Hello, pre-notification gang. Thanks the resub. Gamma. Coming along great, Rip. Thanks the resub, Samuel. New Slipknot song, huh? Nice one on the bro versus bro. That was fucking intense. That was very close. All of the games were close, really. Thanks to Tier 1 Icy Hotness. Except the typing. I couldn't type for shit today. Thanks to the resub. Nefarious and the Tier 1 Irish Jugman. Yeah, I heard about the PlayStation exec stuff. I was actually talking about that today. I thought it was really weird how, like, very few gaming outlets covered it. Considering they cover, like, every allegation, like, ever in video games. I was surprised they didn't talk about the PlayStation guy. At least mention it. Game Awards are tomorrow. Yeah, what time are the Game Awards tomorrow? Thanks for some Hunter and Vine. We watch them every year. Thanks for resub free cheese. Thanks for resub Nick. Hey, glad you like the shirt, Noodle. Thank you, man. Thanks to Prime Hayden. Husband divorces wife for farting. He lives to regret it. I'm pretty sure I've seen that recommended. I think it's a joke. Thanks to the Prime Scoop. The Bits Flash and Ryan. I saw that, yeah, Ryan. It's a rough situation for him. Hopefully it gets resolved. Thanks to the resub Alex. Thank you, Sub Turbo. And the Prime Pog. Game Awards are at 8 p.m. EST. Thank you. Thanks to Tier 1 2 Wings. And the Bits Pure Gooch. Thanks to Tier 1 HS Gill. Thanks to Tier 1 Spawn the Demon and the resub Jack. Yep, I heard about the Sony PSN VP guy. Thanks to resub Bones. Don't know yet. I do want to see this. I saw this get posted and I was curious. But I imagine it's just going to be like Easter eggs or something, but we'll at least give it a try. Thanks to resub Imperial and Stellar. That doesn't sound fun at all, Poyo. No, we don't do that, Keem. Thanks to Prime Lightning and give some pocket. I read every Halo novel and became the Master Chief of Sadness. Is that a suggestion, or you just telling me something you did? He's a Tier 1 Maggie, Tier 1 Maxa, and the resub Squill, Pleb, and Harmonica. Suggestion. Polygon vid. Oh, hey, it's this guy. Fuck, what's his name? He made the We're Siblings song. Among a lot of others, but that's the first thing I saw him from. I don't know if I want to watch 28 minutes of Halo lore. Thanks to Tier 1, Big Nut Squeal. The resub Shrekery, Isaac, and Roblosio. And the Prime Serana and Phantom. And thanks, Jason. Thanks to Tier 1, Josh. And the Prime Boppo and the resub Lucas. How to break bricks with bear. Oh, hey, it's that How to Dad channel. Yeah. I don't know if I've seen this one. Okay. We'll get started in a minute. Thanks to resub Grandma. There's the bits Fire and Tier 1 Octagon. And the Tier 1 Ocean State. Have you guys seen Papa? I don't know why your name reminded me of this. Matt sent me a TikTok, which is embarrassing to say out loud, but he sent me a TikTok of Papa John's, John Schnatter, doing some kind of trend. This guy does not look well. Hold on. How do you spell Schnatter? Okay. Where is it? I imagined it'd be here somewhere. Okay, this isn't working. God damn it, I thought it'd be on YouTube. Well, anyway, John Schnatter's not looking good. That man is becoming grease. Like, genuine grease. I know it's on his TikTok, but I can't watch TikToks on browser, can I? Do we have that technology? Let me see. I've never actually like tried. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Yeah. I don't know how much longer he'll be with us, but it's looking like he's on his way out any day now, to be honest. He's probably one of the most horrifying men on the planet. That is a man who ate 40 pizzas in, what was it, 30 days or something? Thanks to the big tier 2 Octo, John. Appreciate it, man. And thanks to the resub at Jabbits, Luke, Jericho, Media Master, Skullman, Cena, and the Prime Flower, and tier 1 Pecaz. Yeah, of course I know Turtle Man. Hope you're having a good night, Zeal. And Merry Christmas, Willie. Thanks for the resub, Strifey. Give sub Spawn. Resub Luskolm. Yep. Watched the first episode of the new Demon Slayer last night. Well, the new arc. That's not Mugen Train. Arteries are filled with cheese and marinara. Yeah, I don't really know how John looks like that. He looks like he's cel-shaded. Thanks to resub Low Rad, Sam, and the Prime K. Thanks to tier 1 Magical Guitar and gift sub Lung. Yeah, of course I know Turtle Man. Very familiar. Thanks to tier 1 Potica. Let's see the breaking bricks.
Hey folks, 2 o'clock, you have to redneck. Today,
this is the guy that teaches you how to drink out of a toilet as well.
Want to impress all your friends? Want to be a Billy Badass? Want to be talked about? Want to be the talk of the neighborhood? Boom! First thing you want to do is you get your stack of bricks, put it on a solid surface. This table I'm using ain't that solid, but it'll work. We'll stack them up.
Bits Navixian and Ripey. There's some Celestial and Bruise.
Across.
There's some Particle.
Across the stack. when you stack them, you want to have the...
Or if you're really strong, you can just break it in half like a Kit Kat bar.
Okay? You don't want to set it on top of it too much. You want to have it on the edge out there. Now what you want to do is get yourself a paper towel. A little tissue laid across there. Just protect your skin from that broken rock when your hand goes to it. Now let's give this a shot and see how it works.
Let's go! Oh, yeah! What a fucking animal.
In half. Pow. Alright, now here's the secret. This is how you do it now.
There's you some Crunch, Twizzler, Red Dragon, Base Baz, and Tier 1 Reuben. And give some omelet.
Hit that. It's going to break my hand. Before it breaks that brick. I don't care how big, bad, tough, strong you think you are. Here's the secret. Right here. Paper towel. Lay this over it. Like so. And what you're doing with this hand is underneath here. You lift it up just a little bit. That's the trick. That's the key to it. You want to have it lifted up a little bit. Lift it up off there a little bit.
That's kind of smart. Like, there's like an actual tutorial.
When you lift it up, and you hit that brick, it's gonna break.
Well, I never would have thought of that.
Ah! I ain't gonna hit no harder than that.
Wait, this guy's a genius.
But if you got this side lifted up some, like so,
no, this would work. This would absolutely work.
You're just gonna push it. It's gonna smack that brick. It's gonna break. But ideally, you're gonna take and hit it. Wait.
I actually do think that would work. I'm not gonna try it, but I do think that would work at least like 8 times out of 10.
There you go, folks. That's busting. That's breaking bricks with your bare hands. And sure enough, to be honest with you, the paper towel, it really does help. Last one I did, a little scratch, but the brick will scratch you up some. So no big deal, but it's legit to use the tissue. And if you wind up breaking your hand instead of your brick, well, you can use your paper towel to wipe the tears. Don't forget to click on.
What a nice guy. That's it. Again, that's the same guy that taught us how to drink out of the toilet. So he's really got all the tutorials for the modern man. You can drink out of toilets. You can break bricks. Fuck yeah. What else do you need? There's a Tier 1 Gucci main and the resub Moop. Sicilian, Apex Light, and Prime Fake. And the 5 gift subs, Josh. Thanks, Josh. No, sweet. Thank you, P Daddy, and the bits famous. This is bit spawn. A horrifying theory behind Courage the Cowardly Dog. I don't think I've seen this. Courage the Cowardly Dog is my favorite show ever made. Not just cartoon, but genuinely just my favorite show ever made. I also think it holds up extremely well. It's a actual timeless show. Woo! He's resub Aqua and Atomic.
According to legend, a skinwalker is a person with the supernatural ability to turn into any animal.
He's a bit Yield, Blue, and Spawn.
There are stories of countless encounters in New Mexico, but few will speak of them. Too scared, they'll be targeted.
Another Trix Rabbit? What the fuck is that?
On November 12th, 1999, the 8th entry in the Cartoon series aired on
resub
Cartoon
Gekken,
Network, a show
Gangbang,
titled
and the Prime
Courage
X
the
Gel.
Cowardly Dog. Unlike the previous shows that aired on the network,
What a fucking lineup, real quick. Just look at this. Look at this lineup. Take out maybe I Am Weasel. I don't really remember Mike Lewinog that much. I wasn't a huge fan. But what a lineup. Cartoon Network was just so far ahead of Nickelodeon, man. Ugh.
unlike the previous shows,
Nickelodeon only had Invader
Courage
Zim
wasn't
and
purely a comedy
SpongeBob.
show. Comedy was
Oh,
a
and Hey
large part
Arnold.
of it, but it had a second genre heavily mixed in: horror. Ask almost anybody who grew up in the late 90s and early 2000s,
There's a Prime Omniscient
and
the
they'll
gifts of
probably tell you
Feats
that
and resub
Courage
Yeetus.
absolutely scared the shit out of them.
King Ramses.
There are many theories regarding Courage the Cowardly Dog, such as the one that innocently states that Courage is a normal dog who is understandably terrified of strangers and interprets them as monsters.
Avatar was later.
And the
Avatar
other
was like
theory that states that
2004.
the middle of nowhere is literally hell. However, there is a far more sinister theory out there, one that explains where the horror elements came from. A supposedly true story centered around a terrifying, mysterious creature. This is the horrifying theory behind Courage the Cowardly
Rocco was okay. Rocco wasn't a bad show. Cat Dog I did forget about though. I really liked Cat Dog. Thanks to resub Weird Champ. Hey, thanks Noah.
All throughout the American Southwest,
I didn't like Ren and Stimpy.
specifically New Mexico, there are tales of a disturbing creature, capable of shapeshifting into any animal or human that it desires. Known as a skinwalker, these creatures are described as malevolent witches that can transform into any animal, inheriting its speed, strength, or cunning nature. Tales of the skinwalkers originate from the Navajo and other Native American tribes in the Southwest. They are not made up to scare children or anything like that.
They're made up to scare
Skinwalkers
adults.
are said to be very real
Oh.
and commit murder for very human reasons,
Oh.
such as power or revenge. Murder isn't an everyday occurrence for them, just as it
Maybe
isn't
tier
for
1
us.
Yoko and the resub
Most
pups.
stories that
and
involve
Privately Jay.
skinwalkers don't involve murder or attack, but rather simple, uncomfortable sightings, usually with the skinwalker in animal form or hearing them at night. Not only can they take the forms of animals, but also the faces of humans, perhaps even those that you know.
Thanks resub Killian.
Even in human form, they tend to run on all fours, giving the appearance of loosely wearing the skin of a human, but not quite right. When asking Navajo people or New Mexico residents about skinwalkers, you'll most likely be greeted with confusion and
Yeah.
silence,
That makes sense.
where they'll act as if they have no idea what you're talking about.
Or they really just don't
Only
have
when
any
getting to
idea.
know them will they open up about their stories of skinwalkers,
What do you mean?
which almost everyone has. This is because it's unwise to speak openly about skinwalkers with strangers.
Why? Do they have
As
like
any interest in the subject could
listening bugs
actually
everywhere?
attract them. Or they could even think they're speaking with a
Maybe
skinwalker
UAV?
themselves. You can never be too sure. Okay,
There's
so
a tier 1
what
Chad,
do
the
New
resub
Mexico
Markelas and Singa.
skinwalkers have to do with Courage the Cowardly Dog, you may be asking? Well, an
There's a
image
bit,
has been
yes.
circulating that claims that the show is based
Of course,
on a
yeah,
true
man.
story. The text states, "The middle of nowhere was an actual place located in New Mexico. The elderly couple who owned the house with their dog repeatedly witnessed many strange incidents. They once reported seeing a creature they identified as a skinwalker. After reporting what they had saw, the family disappeared under strange circumstances. Only their dog was found."
No.
Okay, it's easy to dismiss this as a creepypasta or an urban legend or
Well,
something.
that's what it is.
However, things get interesting after looking into the story a bit more.
Thanks resub Big Rod. In Peters.
The house in the image that is compared to the middle of nowhere from the show is a real location in a town called Truth or Consequences in New
Oh,
Mexico.
hey, wait, I've heard of that place.
Weirdly enough, that is the town's real name.
Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
town had a population
Yeah, hold on. If any, I think we did this during GeoGuessr? I don't remember. Or no, it was Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? We had a question about which of these is not a real place, and it was like fucking Diarrhea McShardingtonville, Truth or Consequences, Tits Galore. It was like a bunch of dumb names. And we got it wrong. This is such a stupid name for a town. Do we have any Truth or Consequence residents in chat by chance? Thanks, resub Nick. I've seen the waffle falling over thing, and thanks for the bits panorama. You saw a Skinwalker? Ooh, that's tough. And no, I didn't hear about that, Tori. Man, we got the entire town in here. Fuck yeah. Oh, it was Tits Galore. Yeah. It was something like that. There's actually like a real place called like Tits Galore or some shit.
real name. The town had a population of roughly around 3,000 people, making it feel like it was truly in the middle of nowhere. To make matters worse, this is the town where a series of gruesome murders took place, some
Holy
of which
shit.
happened in that very house. David Parker Ray was nicknamed the Toy Box Killer due to his method of placing a solid block around the victim's head while he tortured them to death.
Oh my
He has been
god.
confirmed to kidnap, sexually assault, and murder 3 children. However, it's speculated that his victims span from 40 to 60 people.
And he's from
David
Truth or
Parker Ray was
Consequence?
known for traveling to Truth or Consequences in search for houses that were isolated and far away from the rest of society, which is something that this town had more than its fair share of.
Oh, what the fuck? This looks awful. Oh my god. I would hate to live
Fair
there.
share of. He would use disguises and gain the trust of the family he planned to attack next.
Thanks, Resub Rectum,
Upon
Nick,
making his choice
Shook,
and
and
gaining their
Alberto.
trust, he would employ one of 3 strategies: using a
I
sob
don't know about
story
that,
to win
Pickle.
sympathy and gain entry to the house, tricking the family with promises of fame or money, or cutting the phone line and then offering to help repair it.
I'm gonna make a guess. This promises
After
of
his
fame or
plans
money.
became
He's gonna
well-known,
reference Courage the
the
Cowardly
people of
Dog
Truth or
director.
Consequences demanded justice.
The zombie.
Unfortunately, there was almost no witnesses and pretty much a non-existent police force. In order to explain what had happened, many locals tied the story of David Parker Ray to that of the New Mexico Skinwalkers. They had many striking similarities after all. Both would sought out other humans, stalking them, and disguising themselves as other humans in order to lure them in. But what really happened? And how does it connect to Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah, I'm also curious how it connects. Oh, we're already at the
When
conclusion?
taking into account the 3 strategies that David Parker Ray would use to lure his victims, the connection to Courage becomes fairly obvious.
Not
Various
really.
antagonists throughout the series employ these tactics, especially the sob story and delusions of fame.
Oh, it's just, I've lost my precious dog, Duncan. Oh my.
I need to rewatch Courage.
We'll pay.
Yeah, I told you he'd use this guy.
Okay.
Fucking told you. I knew it.
Eustace, in particular, was easily swayed by the latter of the 2. Of course, David Parker Ray was far darker than
Thanks,
anything
Resub
in
Slap,
Courage the Cowardly
Zolba,
Dog. This man
Flume,
was found to have
Set,
numerous sexual toys and
Badgus,
torture
and Wooly.
devices that he would use on his victims, not to mention the tools that were found in his sex dungeons.
Jesus
But while
Christ.
these stories were unfortunately true, can
Goddamn.
the same be said for Courage the Cowardly Dog being based on them, and to a further extent, based on the New Mexico Skinwalkers? Well, it's incredibly unlikely that David Parker
There's
Ray
Brian.
was a Skinwalker, given
Shantz
his
and
use of
Danye.
sex toys and torture. It's more likely that it was something the residents of Truth or Consequences told themselves to explain the atrocities that had happened, given their lack of witnesses and police help. But regarding Courage, are the similarities really a sign of connection? The house in Truth or Consequences and the one in the middle of nowhere are jarringly similar, along with the occurrences that took place with David Parker Ray and the disturbing stories of skinwalkers mirroring the terrifying events that occur in the show. But still, the creator is adamant in his explanation that the show is based off of older horror films and animations.
Well, yeah.
So
I don't think he
what's the
based it off
truth here?
David Parker
Well,
Ray.
it's most likely that Courage was based
Except maybe
on
this
these films,
episode.
but inspiration doesn't just have to be from one singular source. It's entirely possible that the show was influenced by the happenings in Truth or Consequences, given how similar the premise and the events are, not to mention location. However, it's doubtful that David Parker Ray and his disgusting and heinous actions were the influencing factor. It's more likely that the Skinwalker urban legend inspired the show,
Thanks, Resub.
rather than an
No
actual
Macaroni and
serial
Joycey
killer.
and
It's fun
Mackie.
to theorize and wonder about shows every now and then, but it's important to remember that in scenarios like this, it's almost always not as crazy as you might think.
What? That was a weird conclusion. You were the one that set up the connection and then said there is no connection. I don't think there was anyone speculating Courage the Cowardly Dog was based on David Parker Ray's abduction, sexual abuse, and murder of real people. So what did this do? What? As you can see, the similarities are endless. There's an episode where a lady's crying, just like people who cried when they got abducted by David Parker Ray. There's a guy who promises fame and money, just like David Parker Ray. I usually really like that channel, but that was meaningless. Thanks to Prime Fearsome and the resub bank. God, I need to rewatch Courage again, man. Courage is such a fucking good show. If there is any justice in the world, there will be more Courage. John R. Dilworth needs to get after it again. I didn't really care too much for the Courage and Scooby-Doo crossover. It was mainly just Scooby-Doo. But with Courage as the lead character. Thanks for the resub. Obelus. Oh, I actually saw that earlier, Blue Soul. Thanks, Resub Anonymous and Nemeth. Yeah, hopefully it all works out, Willie. Larry Ellison's Japanese house. Thanks, Resub Mike. What am I looking for? This? Very cool. So why did you recommend this? It's not even like a house tour. It's just pictures of a house. Oh, I guess this one's a house tour. Or not. Maybe not. Nah. Thanks, Resub Think. And the Tier 1 Jackson. Have you heard of the dark sarcophagus that people want to drink from? Poor man's bologna cake. Is that from the same guy from last time? What was it? The dark sarcophagus what? Okay. People want to drink mummy water from recently unearthed sarcophagus. Why?
Hey guys, for Complex News, I'm Natasha Martinez.
Hey, Natasha.
You might have heard that during a construction dig in Alexandria, Egypt, a dark mummy sarcophagus was discovered. Theories started flying off the walls of what was inside and if it could be cursed or demonic due to its black exterior and alabaster head. However, when it was opened, the contents were just 3 mummies and some sewage water. Turns out that sewage water is looking mighty tasty to some folks out there, and now there's a petition on change.org for people to drink this cursed mummy juice. The petition is rapidly reaching their goal of 15,000 signees. The creator wrote, "We need to drink the red liquid from the cursed dark sarcophagus in the form of some sort of carbonated energy drink so we can assume its powers and finally die." The petition creator is obviously out of his mind, but...
Nice. Thanks to resub, Kylo. I thought it was like a real thing. The Connor McDavid house tour. Inside NHL star Connor McDavid's cozy home. A Hitachi wand suspended from the ceiling. It's gonna be dark as fuck in this room. Doing this, but there's so many weird things in these houses. What is this plant? Is this a plant? Does anyone recognize this? It just looks like he put cotton balls where there's supposed to be leaves. This is actually what those look like? It's just a cotton plant? Really? Why? Why have this? Looks like shit. I've never seen cotton, I guess. Like the plant. This is weird. This is such a weird thing to have in your house. He plays for the Oilers? I haven't kept up with hockey in a while, except for the Lightning. He's a newer player. 24 years old. His salary's $2 million. He was able to afford that place off a $2 million salary. Fucking Ludwig could have taken that place, I guess. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I guess he's pretty good. Work, I guess. Into the bit set. Yeah, I usually watch one. Oh, thanks for the dollar Toei. Thanks to Prime Jack. Thanks to Resub Pillow Puppy. VGM docu. I can't click links. What is that? What is the VGM? I don't know. I don't think I can watch that on Twitch, Maranami. Connor McDavid is being compared to Gretzky and averages multiple points per game. He's really good. Oh. That is pretty impressive. Would he like to play for the Lightning? That way we can secure our 3rd Stanley Cup in a row. There's the Prime Tiger. Exploring Roar. Haven't we seen that? I'm pretty sure we have. 1000th video by Wheezy Waiter. Okay. Very vague title, but okay. This is from 7 years ago. Okay.
Hey beard lovers, I have multiple cameras going because this is a very special video. This is my 1000th video and I don't want to miss a thing. I'm also not going to edit at all. First on the list of many things that I have planned today, we are going to read off the list of all of these videos in reverse order. Okay. Everything is Possum, My Slow Descent into Madness, YouTube's crummiest video ever, Really Sexy Ice Bucket Challenge, Really
Prime Doug in the resub Mad.
There's kind of a pattern going on here. Something weird happening. Can't quite. Starts like right about there. China! Can you come here? Yeah? I want you to check something.
Yeah, I was playing some City of Heroes today.
I have a seat right here. Okay. See that video there? If you read the first, I think if you read the first letter.
Oh, does he propose?
Up, all the way up. What does that say? You can scroll up.
It's gonna be a proposal!
The first what?
The first letter of the title. Right there. All the way up. All those first letters.
Oh my god.
See, here's the thing.
Why this is your favorite
And now it's
video.
time for some news about what's happening.
WTF.
I'm back home,
Hello,
beard lovers.
A life hacks that will make your life
Why,
worse.
hello, beard lovers. Oh, hey, beard lovers. You ready to understand beards better? Hey, beard lovers.
Where are you, Easy Waiter?
A great hero
What a
of mine was
commitment.
lost yesterday, Robin Williams. Are
Thanks
you
for some
ready for my
Anthermy and
VidCon
Trippy.
performance? Are you ready for the Ice Bucket Challenge?
Why has it been so long since I've gone to the grocery store?
Emily Dickinson once said, emails, checking those emails.
Nice, that's cute. She can absolutely see. Oh, she definitely heard that. She's in on it.
Marry me.
Hi. I was gonna say something, but...
Oh. This was 7 years ago. Are they still married? Looks like it. Congratulations! That's cute. Damn, this guy looks a lot like Michael from Vsauce. Holy shit. Thanks for the bits, cereal. The Dark Truth of Ed, Ed, and Eddie. Which one? There's a lot. Jesus Christ. Man, there's a lot of these silly theories. This one does have sad at the end of it, so this is probably the right one.
what is going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next?
Hey.
I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Before I get started,
Well, it's
guys,
not like the
if you're
best
new
day
here,
ever,
please
but it's
subscribe
alright.
If you haven't already done that, we're on the road to 90,000 subscribers. That is insanity. Like, I can't believe I'm only 10,000 subscribers away from the big 100,000. So if you guys are new here, hit subscribe and join the fam.
Alright.
Guys can follow me on all my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so you can follow me on all of those. And as you guys know, I recently started a Facebook account, so you can have me on Facebook. Or you can be Facebook friends. So go do that. Link is in the description. And finally, be sure to turn on the notification.
Goddamn, alright.
Subscribe button, that way you get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you. But once again, I am coming back at
Alright, game time.
Video, and today we are talking about another creepy story. And this is another Ed
Thanks,
and
Resub
Eddie
Phantom. Another?
I promised you guys I was gonna do it. So this Ed and Eddie story is another creepypasta kind of story, and it's actually really, really sad. Like, if you listen to the storyline, like, if you're a
Alright, that's enough of that. Jesus Christ. Good lord. That was a lot. That was a lot to take in. Oh. So this is the one you wanted me to see? It's just a creepypasta.
We hadn't always been here, but the neighborhood has. Even before it was a neighborhood on Earth, this one had always been here. Here for those that would be lost on those cursed grounds. Here for those who would die long before their real life ever truly began. Here for those
Prime
who
Revis.
never really wanted to grow up.
I'm not here to really just listen to fucking creepypastas, man. That's boring. There's a Prime Grievous. I mean, resub Kaze. Pokemon waifus. Thanks, resub Shields. 10 dark cartoon theories that will ruin your childhood. Okay.
Cartoons are perfect entertainment for growing children. With zippy music and outrageous action, they hold kids' attention and
I would argue most cartoons are consumed by adults now.
Kids and their parents.
Even ones targeted exclusively for kids.
Themes. Paying close attention to some cartoons can get dark. From a broken fairy family to bossing around babies, here are 10 dark cartoon theories that will ruin your childhood. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification bell for more amazing videos every day. That
Digging
being
in the
said,
carts.
let's
Okay.
begin.
Oh, thanks for the tier 3 upgrade,
Fairly
Kaze.
Odd Parents, Double Troubles. Timmy Turner is a neglected boy with a very active imagination. The show centers on the misadventures of Timmy and his flying magical godparents who grant his every wish.
Yep.
Cosmo and Wanda are loving godparents. However, their interference in Timmy's life usually goes wrong. It's not a far stretch to think that Timmy created them from his imagination because he doesn't get enough love, support, and guidance from his cold parents. But why are they so
Man, why are fan theories so fucking boring these days? It's just dumb ideas. Give me more Darth Jar Jar. Darth Jar Jar is by far the best fan theory of all time. It uses evidence as opposed to just like making shit up like, well, it's not a far stretch to say if you're a neglected kid, you might start imagining things. Darth Jar Jar is like, here's why Jar Jar was most likely supposed to be the Sith Lord. Fuck, man, this was so good. I love Darth Jar Jar. Thanks to tier 1 Ray and the resub Lambesis. It's canon? I wish. You should rewatch it. What, the Darth Jar Jar breakdown? It's a lot. No, it's a lot. Irina the Vampire Cosmonaut is one of the best anime this season that's gone under the radar. Never heard of it. I guess maybe. Whee! Oh, had a burp too. Alright, we'll look at the poor man's baloney. I immediately misspelled baloney. What is it? Bologna. What was it, poor man's bologna what? Bologna cake. Oh, they actually spelled it bologna.
If you want to watch a bologna cake being made,
There's
stay
your
around.
sub, Purely.
I'm gonna be making.
Hey, I'm here to stay, baby. Let's
A
go.
plate, pound of bologna. You're gonna put 2 tablespoons of dried onions. Then we're gonna add some water. And we're gonna set it to the side.
Okay.
Now it's important not to eat these rings. Controversy, some people think you can eat the rings. Do not eat the rings. They're plastic. You're gonna take all this off. 8 ounces. A couple dashes of Worcestershire, and then our onions, drained of the liquid.
This seems like an
Now
actual
to
recipe.
mix.
I thought it was gonna be shitty.
It's mixed. We're gonna need whipped cream cheese. This is gonna be like the frosting that goes on the outside. It's not the same as the one that we're mixing to be on the inside, which is this one with the onions. So now I'm ready. So you want to build it like you.
I haven't
would
had
do,
bologna
like,
since I was a child.
the cakes that have the filling in the center. That looks perfect. Then
Thanks a tier 1. Made in
next
China
slice.
in the prime good noodle. Marie some
you
shop
wanna make
lord.
sure it's even. You know, I had a friend who was telling me, "Oh, I can't believe that you're gonna make that bologna cake on the other side of the stove." I said,
That
"Oh,
looks pretty
it's so
good.
And I said, "Hey, do you still go to that French restaurant that you love to go to?" Because he's very he's very sophisticated. I said to him, I said, "Yeah, usually they still make that country pate you love." "Oh, I love that country pate. So delicious." And I said, "You know that country pate, the garde chef gets all the leftover pork pieces."
No, it was
and
just a
makes
theory,
pate.
Naruto. He
That's
never
what
said that.
That country pate is.
I know what you're
Because
talking
guess what?
about.
You may not be eating this bologna cake, but you're eating bologna pate over at the French restaurant. So there. And
That looks
pate
pretty
powder is
cool.
there. So on the last level, you don't want to put anything because that's when you're going to put the whipped stuff
candles.
to make it look like a cake. I'm going to ice the sides. Now my trick is to take it off here onto here.
How to
You can get
immediately
cheese
ruin a
whiz
birthday
and
party.
Make like little designs on it. Hey, every time I bring it, it's a hit. People are like, bologna cake really starts conversations. This is great to bring over to somebody's house where like you're just meeting new friends.
I want to
or
make
you
this.
don't- You know, they don't
I
know
can
who
do
you
this.
are. This starts so many conversations. Hey, I brought some bologna cake. Ta-da! And you don't need a big piece. You just need like a tiny little piece.
That looks scrumptious.
Have some country pate. Everyone, try this bologna cake. It's delicious. See you guys soon.
I'm convinced. I want to try it. That looks pretty yummy. '18th century fried chicken. Hold on. Okay, thanks to resub beyond. Which one? Is it this one? I'm looking for shitty cooking, not good cooking, man. This looks pretty good, whatever it is. Thanks to Prime Sleepy. And the 3 gift subs, guys. Thank you, man.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hacienda. Rivet here. Today we're going to make something very, very interesting and different. 18th century fried chicken. Yep, you heard me right. 18th century. I ran across this.
Wrong one. This one? This is just real cooking, it seems.
We usually think of fried chicken as, well, traditionally an American dish. But today I'm going to share with you an old English
There's
recipe
Brad Pelican,
from
seal on the resub cables.
1736 that I think will change the way you make fried chicken. Thanks for joining us today on 18th Century Cooking. The recipe today comes from the little recipe book by Nathan Bailey called Dictionarium Domesticum from 1736. And it's an odd little cookbook, early common. Your
Yeah, this is like a whole lesson.
is really possible over the 18th.
Yeah, I don't really want to watch that. I'm looking for shitty cooking if we're doing cooking. Seems like it's just actually informative. Billy Ray chicken nugget casserole. These are tier 1 slither. This.
Hey y'all, welcome back to Redneck Cooking with Billy Ray. Now today for you, I got you a casserole dish that you're just gonna love. You see, one of my favorite things when I was a kid was chicken nuggets. Mom would even be really cool, and sometimes she'd buy the dinosaur chicken nuggets.
Dino
Nuggies. Play with
Nuggies.
them, right? So like the T-Rex would be like fighting the other dinosaurs.
Does he have a dip in right now?
And he'd put like ketchup on it. That way it looked like it had like battle damage. And then if you want to be really kind of cool too, take another bite of it and then you squirt it with mustard, because that means it was an alien dinosaur. Because we all know that aliens don't got the same color blood as we do. Either way, today I'm going to show you how to make my chicken nuggets I had as a kid, but we're going to turn it into a casserole and show you how to make chicken nugget casserole. Now, first thing you need to do, go to your store, buy a big old bag of chicken nuggets. I buy a 2-pound bag. I don't always use
Hopefully we get to incorporate that into the recipe.
And we're going to need a 9x13 casserole dish. What you're going to do is you're going to start off by taking the chicken nuggets, right? And you are just going to dump them more or less all inside
Maybe Prime
the
Smitty
casserole
and
dish.
Resub Dvormik.
And you just want to get a layer of chicken nuggets down there kind of like this. From there, we need the topping. Now, the way to make a topping is you take one 16-ounce can of barbecue baked beans. Throw that in there. 2 teaspoons of garlic powder. Throw that in there.
I'm shocked he actually is measuring these things.
Onion. Right. Then you need about a pint, so 16 ounces of barbecue sauce. Doesn't matter what brand you use, but what we do is we take that sucker and we throw it all in there.
Such fine measurements for everything else, and then barbecue sauce. Yeah, I'll just do the entire thing, I guess.
There we go. Now that's kind of thick, right? And that's not going to be really good to throw over our chicken nuggets. So we need to thin it out. And how do you think your old pal Billy Ray thinks?
Shoot it.
You guessed it.
Oh.
Beer. So we take a beer.
Naturally.
And we throw an entire 12-ounce beer.
Jesus Christ.
As always, I like fizzy and yellow, but you can do whatever you want.
Thanks for the 5 good subs, Slither. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
And grab ourselves a big old spoon. Now, it's going to be a little hard to do, and you got to be a little bit careful because the old suds are folding up there. But you're going to blend that together as best as you can.
Is this safe?
Basically,
no, you go to jail if you make it.
Get everything mixed in there. The onions, the beans, the beer, the barbecue. And,
what the fuck is this, man?
head on the beer ain't going down very well.
No, not really.
You guys know what I'm talking about, what I'm doing here. So let me take
At this point, just treat this as your spittoon, man. Fuck it.
Take this.
Not gonna make it any worse.
And here. So you want to take it, and you just gonna want to pour it all over your chicken nuggets in there. Kind of shift it around a little bit, and you get something that looks like this, right?
Looks good.
The last thing you do is you want to get yourself some cheese. Now, I personally think mozzarella is the best way to do this, but you can really use any kind of blend you want. So I got myself a bag here of 8 ounces of mozzarella. That's kind of fighting me right now. Doesn't want to open.
Hey, Teresa Payton and Sayla.
Come on.
Gorilla and the gift sub Coochie.
This just ain't going to work, is it? Well, dagnabbit. You know you want to open, you little cheese bag. Come on.
Just rip it open. Or shoot it. I don't know.
Get good.
Can't be that hard.
Or just break it some. There we go. And we're in. So we take our cheese blend. We're just going to, or our mozzarella cheese, I should say. We're just going to kind of dump it all over the top.
Did you use the whole bag?
And here you got Billy Ray's chicken nugget casserole. You take that casserole, take a pot of aluminum foil, seal that sucker up.
Cuff, Fire in the Prime, Rob.
Then you're going to
Hero.
throw it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 30-ish minutes or so. So we're gonna throw that in the oven and we're gonna come on right back. Now your chicken nugget casserole's all cooked up, as you can see.
Oh, fuck. Yum.
Is you need to take yourself one of them small jars of like diced jalapenos, right? You take it, and then we're just gonna kind of grab a handful, and we're gonna just sprinkle it all over the top of this thing, like that. Wash my hand real quick, and you get a chicken nugget casserole.
It's not all cooked. Isn't it sloshing around at the bottom? Let me see.
A chicken nugget casserole.
I can't tell.
Right there. All you gotta do, take yourself a big old spoon, get yourself a big old glob of everything, and you have one fine dish right here. Tell you,
All of that work, and all you basically did is put barbecue sauce and cheese on chicken nuggets.
Remember, you don't gotta be fancy to be gourmet.
He ate that with fucking chewing tobacco in his mouth. Man had a full fucking lip in. Disgusting. Holy shit. But far be it for me to question the recipe. I haven't tried it yet. I'll check out one of his other recipes. I think he's got the right idea. Thanks to resub Luke Sublimio and the Prime Destroyer and Wish Zero. Stuffed hot dogs. Beer sausage mac and cheese. Oh, bear sausage. What the fuck is a bear sausage? This man killed a bear and cooked it? Why won't this load? Oh, there we go.
Hey y'all, welcome to Redneck Cooking with Billy Ray. Today, we are going to be cooking gourmet mac and cheese. None of that mission bullshit.
Thanks to Tier 1 Javier, Resub Panther.
Hey, now I tried that Kraft with the sea stuff. Tastes like ISIS. I don't believe you should be eating it. Now, first part of the directions is you're supposed to boil you some water for your macaroni. Now, personally, I don't believe in water. Fish fucking it, can't be trusted, it's disgusting. So, what I'm doing is I'm using from Papa's Still some of his good old moonshine. Now, I do not know the proof on this, but I guarantee you it's higher than my IQ. So we're going to start boiling this stuff.
This is pretty cute now.
Now, while that's a boiling, what you need to do to elevate your mac and cheese is you need bear sausage. Now, Billy Ray, where do you get bear sausage at this point of the year? They don't sell it in the stores. You're right.
There's the resub
now,
Moot
what you do
and Phantom
is
and
you
Tactical.
make your own.
And Tier 1
so
Nuka.
The way I got this fine bear sausage is I had this bear.
Monster.
He was digging around in my trash. I didn't like it much. The only one allowed to dig in my trash was my coonhound Timmy. And Timmy even gets a newspaper for that, but that little bastard keeps going out there anyway. So I wait till hunting season, and that bear, here it comes. Come around and rummage in my trash. You know what he got? He got a 30-06 newspaper straight to the cornhole. Yeah, that's right. I shot the bear, made me some sausage. America. Now, beyond that, we need to dice this shit. And then at that point, we will be able to add it to our amazing delicacy known as Kraft mac and cheese. So let's hold on a second. We'll come on right back.
Hey, we're back.
Now that we got the mac and cheese done, as you can see, now you just got to add to yourself that bear sausage. And what you do, just like that fancy pants on TV, Emerald the Ghost Seed, you just go bam. And what you got right now,
Emerald the
as I
Ghost
stir
Seed?
this sumbitch up, you have yourself one bona fide, one amazing bear sausage, mac and cheese, gourmet style. Now look at that right there. Is that not prettier than your cousin on prom night? I don't think so. This is Billy Ray signing off. Just remember, you don't gotta be fancy to be gourmet.
Oh, it's cute. So he's playing a character. That makes a lot more sense then. These are the bits Miller and Jeff, and the resub Hale and the Prime Ocelot. Nah, he's absolutely playing a character. I was very self-aware. Nice. Of course, I've seen the Mandela catalog. Pursuit of Wonder? Sounds familiar. Yeah, I don't know, maybe not. What are these, just like existential videos? Why we might be alone. Is this about the Fermi paradox? Search up Lethal League Blaze. I know what that game is. Why would I just look that up? The fuck do you expect me to do? Just like, oh, Lethal League Blaze. Let's check out some gameplay videos. These are some Naughty Lou. Okay, I'll try it. Let's see.
This video is sponsored by the self-care app, Fabulous. The first 100 people to click the link in the description will receive 25% off their subscription.
Alright.
Around 1 billion years after the first emergence of life, the
Exit
universe
Prime,
had already
Boy,
been struggled
Tier
over
1
and
MJC.
won. The superstructure Starship AI, self-named Alter, became the first being to ever establish itself as the ruler of the universe.
So like
Its
Scientology.
ancestors, beginning about 600 million years prior, were the first to start and carry the torch of evolution all the way to a Type 3 civilization. Over time, they had obtained complete dominance over their planet, developed extensions of themselves through technologies and augmentations, harvested the energy of their host star, and eventually left their solar system and went off into their galaxy, overtaking and assimilating other species, further mining for resources and energy, and evolving their intelligence and abilities. Eventually,
Finally.
this would lead to the species harnessing energy at the scale of nearly entire galaxies, building increasingly large, complex megastructures to do so. As this process unfolded,
Is this
and the
Prometheans from Mass
technologies and
Effect?
energy supply became more and more unfathomably powerful.
That's a cool story. Exit Tier 1 self-titled Noah and the Tier 1 Cactus Matt. I already saw the Redditor that vanished. That's just... videos like that, though. Hold on. I'm not a huge fan of... Oh. It's just, it ends with, like, nothing. Like, just reading a couple Reddit posts from a guy and then speculating why he stopped posting. Like, that's not interesting. There's Malik and the Prime Jesus. It's not like a mystery. Just a random guy who was trolling on a Reddit account and then he stops. It's like, oh. Next, they give sub D-Lums. They give sub Pokemon, resub Jess. Oh, Jesse. Yeah, I have the mysteries in online video game. Yeah, we'll do that. Let's see what kind of mysteries they're talking about. Let's go, baby. Is there anything toss in here? Or are we good? Thanks, Prime Lou. And the 20 gift subs, Mel. God damn, thank you, Mel. One guy said this video is tossing me. 1 sec, I'm just gonna do like a quick rudimentary scrub. Seems fine. Why are you saying it's toss? Okay. It seems okay.
An obscure online video game. What is it?
Oh.
Some might consider it an anomaly. A game so far out of ordinary conventions that they're left ripe for urban legends, conspiracies, and rumors.
That game looks cool.
What makes an obscure video game? How does it differ from your Silent Hill or your Call of Duty?
Yo! What? Who recognizes this game? About once every 5 or so years, I have like some kind of flashback to playing this in elementary school. This was a Christian Doom game. I don't remember what it was called now. Does anyone remember what it's called? Thanks, Resub. Hey, Volms. The Resub H2O and Rulatar. No, it's Christian Doom, and I can't remember the name, but they had this on like the computer lab when I was in like elementary, middle school. I used to play it a lot.
From your Silent Hill or your Call of Duty. And across the internet, how is one able?
Literally all of these are wrong. People are just saying like random shit. It's not Kingsfield. Kingsfield was not a fucking FPS game, right? Kingsfield was the platformer, wasn't it? Oh, nope. Holy shit, it's From Software? Oh, maybe the game that was on screen isn't the one I was thinking of then. Because the one I'm thinking of is a Christian... God damn it. It was the precursor to Dark Souls. That's pretty cool. What the fuck is it then? What's the one I'm thinking of? What would I even look up for? Christian FPS 90s? Well, it definitely wasn't Katechumen. They had like giant purple floating heads. And you fought using a like a Bible in one hand and then something in the other. Saints of Virtue. Oh, this is the one. See, that was easy. Saints of Virtue. It was one of the first Christian first-person shooter games. Yep. Oh, and that was the one that was on screen too. Yeah. I thought so. Because it's got the purple head. I'll never forget that. Thanks for give some omelet in the Resub Tempest. Thanks, guy.
Since the dawn of gaming, the medium of the home video game has had its fair share of outliers. Throughout your day-to-day, you might not see it, but it seems that almost every few years, a game breaks the fourth wall and melts with the realm of obscurity. The thing is, some of these are wrapped up in real-world mystery and seem to break the overarching meta that accompanies gaming entirely. You see, video games are meant to be an escape from reality.
Thank you, Tempest, for the 10 gift subs and the resub freedom.
Opposite the monotony of our day-to-day lives.
Thank you, sub Noah.
It's when we get the outliers like Sad Satan that led people to real-life prison sentences, or video games tied to cults like Kanye Quest that are still mostly unsolved, when we obtain this special blend of two vastly differing mediums that real.
The Deep Web and Sad Satan. June 15, 2015, Deep Web horror game built by Terror Engine premiered on YouTube gaming channel. Obscure horror corner, infamous game whose origin remains a mystery until today is called Sad Satan. Greeting players upon launching the title screen with the words game title written at the top, while a revised version of the Chinese children's songs I Love Beijing Tiananmen plays in the background. Why did they go to jail? Kind of just brushed over that one.
Life prison sentences, or video games tied to cults like
Thank you again, Tempest and Resub Astiago.
Unsolved when we obtain this special blend of two vastly differing mediums that I love so
Oh, Sad
much.
Satan had CP in it. Gotcha.
Gaming. And a damn good mystery.
Okay.
A gaming mystery, if you will.
Oh, I'm out of tissue.
Mysteries in online video games.
There's you some Gabriel. Thanks to Tier 1 Evan. You have some Tony. Seems like a cool game.
Welcome to Schnell Online, a barren black and white social MMO heavily resembling the fabled Worlds.com. A game that seemingly doesn't exist on the modern ClearNet, and a game that, according to the export of 4chan, is not at all what it seems.
What does it seem?
As we can see, visually, Schnell is
He's a
surreal.
prime.
With obscure and
Atrabez.
seemingly unrecognizable avatars, the game straight out of the gate is off-putting. Olvin W is our player's alias, and they appear to be chatting with someone called the Dinosaur. As their conversation progresses, we're able to notice small details around them devolve into peculiarity, like that tips window on the left side, which begins to state some pretty abrasive vernacular. "You're fucking sick. You're a freak, Jesus Christ.
Oh, hey,
Boy,
hey,
if I
calm
didn't
down.
know you, then I didn't know you. Ah ha 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 ha." A few moments later, these are followed by an apology, but it's still strange. Anyway, this snippet of gameplay is just a small piece of the puzzle, as this game's gained attention for other reasons.
I'm excited. What kind of reasons?
On the 4th of September 2018, at around 7:50 in the morning,
Martin,
an
who
anon
saves
graced the
speedrunning.
export of 4chan, inquiring about Schnell online. Their post about it reads the following. "Hi X. I was recently on one of those conspiracy iceberg threads and I came across a user mentioning a game based on the dark web called Schnell Online. This game is supposedly used by on the darknet. The user provided a screenshot of the game, and this game has no other appearances online. The screenshot provides a ClearNet link. Proceeding to this link will take you to a basic web page with a download link for a game called Carcass. It's 14 megabytes, and I'm supposed to download. Any of you losers want to give it a shot?"
Okay.
Carcass, huh? A bit forward for an obscure game, but my interest has piqued. Heading to the link in the reference screenshot brings us to the profile of an
Nobody calls me a loser. I'll download this shit right now.
Interesting, considering that the Schnell player's name was Olvin. If we take a look around, we can notice that the Carcass page is strangely devoid of any details or graphics. Much like Schnell, it's barren, merely leaving us with hints about what we're looking
Here's
at.
a prime rack.
Like, for instance, in these tags. 2D, black, kill, murder,
What the
in
fuck?
white.
Oh my god.
This doesn't look like Schnell at all, but it's a good starting point.
It actually looks quite a bit like
If we head
Schnell.
back to 4chan, we can observe that another user mentioned a Reddit thread that was posted in 2016. It references an obscurity chart that supposedly has some unfindable games, and in that list, we can see 6 of them, with just 2 that have seemingly never been found. Classic Game and Schnell Online. Interestingly, a Redditor named Tyler Dirt had commented on this thread linking to 2 gameplay videos that were from this list. That of a 14
Here's tier 1
questions
Jake.
and twice-fold ampersands.
Resubscribe. So it just seems like they made a shitty game. Wow, I take it back. Look at that. Can you speedrun this? Oh, wow.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie to you. I have no idea what the hell's even going on here.
That looks boring.
Curiously, these videos were both uploaded by a YouTuber named Saint, and after checking his other videos out, they appear to have a knack for playing old, obscure point-and-click video games. And that's what most of their video library
Here's a
consists
prime
of.
gunner.
Games that are bizarre, eerie, and surreal. Heading to
Maybe
their
some
YouTube
fire.
About section reveals their social links, and clicking on their Twitter profile reveals, lo and behold, the real identity of Saint. Olvin W. So what does this tell us? Well, not much, besides the possibility that they most likely created these games. Considering their itch.io page,
Very talented
it's safe
developer.
to assume that they're an indie developer and have quite the catalog. Curiously too, if we take his full name and paste it into a Google search, we're able to find a 2016 upload of that same Schnell gameplay, unlisted on the same channel. Their description claims that it was slated to release early 2017. However, as that date came and went, Saint had been radio silent about it. It appeared that they moved on from it entirely, continuing their upload schedule as if the concept of Schnell had never
What was the... Like what?
existed.
What was the idea of it?
Now, Schnell's been on my radar for the better part of a year or two.
Whoa,
Barring the
why?
4chan rumors about it, the game's highly intriguing by itself. It looks creepy as hell, and I really wanted to get to the bottom of this to find out if it actually exists. With that being said, I decided to track down and contact Saint to see if he had any input. I wasn't expecting a response, but it was worth a shot. My questions to him were as follows. 1. Was Schnell ever released? And if so, is it still up? And 2. It seems that Twicefold Ampersands is enveloped in vagueness. Is this somehow connected to Schnell? And surprisingly, about an hour later,
I'm sure the guy
I
would love
received
to
the
be
following
interviewed about
response.
it.
Schnell Online was conceptualized in 2014 following a conversation with an individual who I shall refrain from naming.
I'll name them. It
We
was
were
Dinosaur,
originally going
right?
to call it Lemuria. It was depopulated on January 30th of 2017. Not much is known about the community, even to myself. I was never in contact with much of the regulars, and most of them left without saying anything. If you want to know more, you would have to talk to Q. They were often seen on Traveler, another 3D chat program. Schnell was a homage to those, but they left Traveler sometime in 2015.
He was a prime girly.
I'm not sure what they're doing now. Here's some old footage of
Reach a
Lemuria
stag.
in development. It changed a lot afterwards, but I'm hesitant to show any footage of it now, especially since I'd have to put the servers back up and everything. Interesting.
So what is the mystery? It's just a guy makes shit games? Like, we already know who makes it, and they're shitty. Now what?
Well, it appears that my optimism's gotten the better of me, because if I'm being completely honest, it seems that this game is offline.
Oh.
And after scouring the internet
Dang.
about it,
Oh, man.
it's been down for a while. That's not to say that this Q person isn't real though, because, curiously, I found mentions of them dating all the way back to 2014. In December of that year, a Redditor named moistcr1tikal managed to find Q by complete accident. They were reportedly the only other player on Traveler back then, and Jakey found it strange that they were just lurking there, alone. It seemed almost like that Vine Sauce Active Worlds creepypasta that happened a few years ago.
I don't know
But
that. What
this one was real.
the fuck is that?
This video documents their interaction, and in the description, Jakey provides a bit more context. I was on Digital Space Traveler exploring when a person by the name of Q greeted me with his or her microphone saying automated static numbers. I managed to get some info out of this person, but it seems like this person would never tell me why or what they're doing on a game where no one goes on anymore. Following this is a transcript of their conversation, in which they discuss the Traveler game itself, along with other MMOs like Active Worlds and Worlds.com.
So
there honestly wasn't much to it.
Fucking lonely
But
guy,
at
I
the
guess.
End of the day, this does drive home the point that this Q person that Saint's referencing is a real person and is still somewhere out there in this vast abyss we call the internet. To find him, though, that's a whole different story.
Why do we
Very
want to?
Conveniently, every lead, every Tumblr page, YouTube video,
But
and channel
why?
that he was involved with is now dead. And scouring internet archives in hopes of finding any sort of trace as to where they went is nothing short of hopeless.
Thanks, you said breast
Who
milk.
knows, though? Perhaps they might see this and come forth with more information. That, of course, would be a long shot in the best case scenario, but considering our other dead ends, that's a chance I'm willing to bank on.
What do we want to talk to him about?
In conclusion, Schnell Online has proven to enthrall a small part of the internet, and unless the elusive Q ever comes forth with more context, it appears that this eerie game will remain exactly where it's always been. An unfinished concept with obscure nostalgic visuals, all topped off with creepy rumors that'll forever cement its place as one of the more intriguing internet urban legends that I have ever encountered.
But what am I missing? What? Why? What was so interesting about it? 4chan made a post saying terrorists use it? And then you talked to the guy who made it and said, yeah, some dude named Q plays it? Like, what am I missing? There's like nothing interesting about it. It's just a shitty game from a guy who makes weird shitty games. That, I guess, 4chan made up a creepypasta about. It's the exact same thing with the Cult in a Dead MMO or whatever, where it's just a group of people that still just play an MMO, and they have a weird avatar. It's like, it's just not that interesting. Like, I guess the mystery is being able to find Q, but it's just a guy who doesn't have any social media. Let's see what the next one is. I think it's the Resub Ashman.
The footage you're currently viewing is that of a video game named Haunting 2,
Oh.
Yuta Onotatari. It's a
sequel.
Japanese RPG Maker game that was created by Apaya and released in mid-2013. The game is a sequel, so it picks up on a story that we aren't exactly acquainted with. To summarize though, the series has to do with, well, hauntings that cause the game's characters' lives to change for the worse. In this second game, we begin at a facility named the Yumizu Occult Research Institute.
This is definitely an RPG Maker
Allegedly,
game, huh?
The researchers that worked here had disappeared, but at the time we begin the game, our main character doesn't know that. Her name is Kiritani Shizune, and she arrives here one night to pick up a few items that she left behind. However, instead of being greeted by the staff of this facility, she encounters a bleak emptiness that sends her life spiraling into a void of despair.
Thanks, Resub Turtle.
What happened to everyone? And where did they go?
Prime Phoenix.
Well, that's for us to find out. And so Kiritani sets off to find the truth. But, of course, as with any game, it's never quite that easy. You see, after this opening sequence, Kiritani makes her way back home, and things seem pretty ordinary. Until you realize that she brought a fucking demon back home with her.
No!
From there, shit begins to hit the fan with her mom becoming possessed, and from what I understood when playing it, even her friends that came into contact with her.
No!
It's definitely an interesting game with a solid premise. And the visuals that occurred during these haunting sequences even got me pretty good a few times.
What are you...
Unfortunately though, due to a lack of Western interest in it, this series of games have never been localized, merely leaving us to have to translate it as we go.
There's a Tier 1
as you might expect,
Kobites and Tier 1 Virtual Jose and Tier 1 Flaxen.
But that's besides the point anyway. Yuta Onotatari 2 has been the subject of rumors.
Uh-oh.
Allegedly, later in this game, there's a certain glitch that occurs, causing the game to experience a complete failure. Apparently, you have to go through a certain gate in a certain area to trigger it. However, it seems to have absolutely no purpose other than posing as a nuisance. The reason I say that is because when this glitch happens, you're forced to completely close and reopen the game to keep playing.
What an inconvenience. What in tarnation? Is there a jump scare coming? Ooga booga! Oh my god. think the prime cipher. Whoa!
I will say that there are tons of Let's Plays out there about Yuta Onna Tatari 2, and most of them seem to run into this exact same error. I wanted to see this for myself though, and yeah. It goes without saying that this picture resembles a dead body, and considering how obscure this game is, it left many wondering if this image were real. Interestingly, throughout this entire series, in not a single other spot does a game-ending glitch like this ever happen. The only thing that comes remotely close is the game's use of obscure real-world imagery to increase the creep factor, like this shot of the closet, and this creepy-ass demon lady in Kiritani's dream. This one though, this random corpse-looking image is the only one of its kind, and starkly stands out among the others due to its bizarre revelation.
So what is the mystery? Why is that there? It's just a shit horror game.
As the
What do
Let's
you
Plays
mean?
began to pile up on YouTube,
What?
so too did online discussion about this game. One of the earliest instances that gained a bit of traction came from a Redditor named You're Not Real on the r/creepygaming subreddit. At around 4:30 p.m. on the 24th of March 2014, they'd make a post with the title, "At first I thought it was part of the game." Attached is an Imager link, and upon heading there, we're able to gain a bit more insight with their experience. I can't seem to progress any further in the game due to this message. Almost seems like an error report.
Oh my god.
Screen goes black and flashes a white screen 4 times. This image appears. Jarring noise plays non-stop. The game stays like this until I click quit. I don't think this is how the game's supposed to end.
It is! It fucking is! I can promise you!
The comment section, understandably.
It's just a shitty horror game, man.
My theory. Did you get the game illegally or
Thanks for
do
some
something to edit the game
Tay-Day.
at all? Because I know that some games implement anti-piracy or hacker deterrent features that are similar to this. It seems too creepy to be unintentional. I think the developer programmed this in to punish hackers and pirates, and maybe there's a glitch that causes it to occur even when playing the game legitimately. After watching the playthrough with this error, knowing some of the story behind it is even creepier.
What story?
I couldn't understand much, but there was a lot of talk about the protagonist's dead mother. That picture looks suspiciously like a female corpse. Now, considering the other games we've covered, like Hong Kong 97, it's apparent that real corpses baked within video games are not exactly out of the realm of possibility. Considering the fact that, in Yuta Onna Tatari, you're allegedly supposed to walk through each of these torii in order to trigger it, which I personally think is a relatively specific set of actions.
What do you mean I take the fun out of everything? It's not a mystery, it's such a shitty horror game!
I agree with the general sentiment that this image is eerie. And considering that Kiritani's mother does become
There's not like a
possessed,
mystery to it. It's
just hope that
it's just a bad horror
isn't hinting
game.
at what's to come by utilizing a real corpse. So let's back up. If we're going to get any answers about the context of this image, we need to figure out what exactly is happening during this glitch.
It's not a glitch!
Analyzing
It's not a glitch! Oh my god, has no one played Doki Doki Literature Club? It's just... That's how we ended it. It's not a glitch! God damn it!
The OP posted shows us that the text is mostly a jumbled mess. However, a user named Atheist was able to translate a bit of it. There's been an error in reading the event. One frame's processing details have exceeded 999,999. Can't do that operation. Please something the contents of the entry input button. Now, this just sounds like a bunch of technical talk that seems pretty standard for a bug. But curiously, if we really look at these pictures, we can observe tons of garbage text that happens when you're running a program in the wrong locale. Noticing this, Others suggested that the OP changed their system language from English to Japanese so the missing characters can populate properly.
What's the next one?
And after heeding their advice, they went forth to post the following update. Small update. I changed my system locale to Japan. It didn't seem to fix the bug, but the text seemed to display correctly. Here's the third image with the actual characters. And in response, a Redditor named It's Rain Time was able to give a translation. Reading. Please confirm. Location, date, Yuta-on no Tatari 2. Severing the arm. The data is being damaged. Possibility is... please stop. You get the idea. Now, with this newfound context, it makes it seem that this is much less of a glitch and more of a hidden Easter egg of some sort. Given that this is a horror game that uses realistic imagery elsewhere in this story, I wouldn't be surprised if the developer threw in this fake glitch to freak the player out. But
pretty
even with
normal.
this presumption under our belt, that still doesn't answer our questions about the photo. My opinion hasn't exactly changed on it, and reverse searching that image brings up a whole bunch of nothing. Who knows? Perhaps Paya dug this up and threw it in the game, not expecting anyone to find it. Maybe they were going to take it out of the game, but just left it. No matter what the reason or motive behind why it's in there though, the image that occurs during this glitch is haunting, and I really, really hope that it isn't what I think it is.
It isn't. I'll tell you right now, it isn't. I'll be the one to hit you with the good news. It's not. It's a bad horror game. I've played a million of those fucking games on Steam. That's not even a unique one. It's just a shit horror game. It's not a mystery. Fuck. Give me like an actual like story that it's you know, it's like anything. Fuck. I'm optimistic about this one. There's a prime chip.
Welcome to the Museum of Anything Goes, a 1995 MS-DOS game created by Michael Markowski and Maxwell Robertson. The game's the epitome of the creepy, surreal 90s edutainment game, in the same vein of Super Solvers and Roly Poly's no Nanakorobi Yoki. I
classic,
briefly
who
mentioned
could
it back
forget?
in the Drowned God video, and you all seem to take great interest in it, so I found it fitting to talk about. Not only because of that, but because it became somewhat of an urban legend itself just a few years ago. The premise of the game is simple, but at the same time incredibly complex. By calling itself the Museum of Anything Goes, that notion
Anything can go.
as we experience uncanniness and unexplainable peculiarity around every corner.
This game looks lit.
The basic premise involves the idea that you're dropped off in front of a strange museum and are given no context or storyline as to why. The back of the game box is incredibly vague too, stating that you're at a museum unlike any you've ever seen. There are no guards, no rules, no
Where
limits.
is the penis man?
Become a part of the imagery
I haven't
and
played it.
experience the thrill of this unbelievable interactive museum. To be honest, I don't exactly think there's any sort of end goal with the Museum of Anything Goes. It seems to be one of the earlier choose-your-own-adventure games that were made, and because of that, it's got a pretty substantial replay value. You can quite literally just explore to your heart's content.
Alright, finally.
And interacting with whatever piques your interest.
Freedom. Whoa!
4, 3, 2. Pop goes the weasel.
Hey, that's not a weasel, that's like an agent. This game looks amazing.
You know, there's there's something special about this game. And I
Maybe
feel
some
like
J,
it's all
Xerxes.
unintentional. Everything is rigid, out of place, and painstakingly dead. Sure, there are people in these rooms, but I have strangely never felt more alone. I can't really explain it, and I think that's what makes this game so unintentionally haunting. It's a product of the 90s, and it damn sure shows. But while I could talk about this game all day, we're actually here for something specific.
Alright, what?
An eerie little mystery that was birthed from someone that you just might have heard of.
T-Pain. Did he make the game?
The Museum of Anything Goes.
Oh, Vinny!
And this is some hot garbage for you here on this Sunday stream. You're gonna love it. I'm running it in a virtual OS. So for your pleasure.
Future is now.
For your pleasure. For your pleasure.
This is Vinny Bites Us, a video game streamer that's been active for the better part of the past decade. Back in 2016, he created a mini-series where he played through various 1990s entertainment games.
Yes,
and
he
they all
did.
gathered a pretty substantial amount of views. The Museum of Anything Goes episode, though, stood out among the others, not just because of the game itself, but because within it, he encountered something disturbing.
Deprived me of my emotions. Whatever you do, don't click the grave. You'll be sorry. What?
Don't do it, Vinny.
Skeleton? Oh my god, that's a dead body. Get me out. The fuck is this shit?
Wow. Anything goes in the museum, Vinny.
On this stream,
Didn't you read the back of the box?
thousands of viewers, the game presented what he thought to be a dead body. That belief to him was so strong that his stream archive from that night is still censored to this very day.
What it actually was a bunch of... What? What did they substitute? Because he's making it sound like the mystery is that it wasn't a dead body. So what was it?
So what
A
happened
skinwalker?
Within the Museum of Anything Goes, there's a section where you can interact with this specific painting that looks like it's meant to represent a portal to heaven. The game asks you to
Actually,
click a
some phantom
button if
informs.
you want to see someone fall out of the sky. And if you do, you observe the following. The game then guilts you.
Well then.
Now look what you've done. You must now attend his funeral.
What the fuck?
But first, you must dig a grave. And the scenes that follow involve us doing exactly that. Interestingly, when this casket's in the ground,
Hey, the
the
Prime
game
Dragon.
warns us. Whatever you do, don't click on the grave.
Some Bapple.
You'll be sorry. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, it seems to be setting up the idea that within this coffin is a human being. The one we had fall out of the sky. With this notion in mind, I don't fault anyone for believing that the next scene is indeed a dead body.
But it's not. What is it? What the fuck what is happening? Is this like a Tosserus or something? What is this, like a clip from a movie or something? So this is what came up on Vinny's stream? Oh, it's a pig. Oh, I see. Oh, I skimmed ahead. I see. Hold on, I gotta drop my logs. There's a tier 1 captain and the prime Domsh. I'm still just gonna play it safe.
Incinerator, and in the foreground, human corpse, like Vinny initially thought. At a certain point in this video, we're able to freeze on a frame. This 26-year-old source video down. But I think it makes the most sense. Now, while that's the case, I once again don't fault anyone for believing it to be a dead body in the first place. The game seemed to do everything it possibly could to set up the premise that what you're seeing is a human corpse. However, if you take a step back and really look at it, you'll realize that it's nothing more but an early age jump scare. Do I think it's in bad taste? Yeah, a little bit. And this game toys with the idea of death in other areas too.
That is pretty weird. Ah! Emotep. The tier 1 Korean.
This game is still incredibly eerie. Blending fiction with reality, implementing incredibly rigid animation and voiceovers, and having this strange ambience throughout your entire adventure effectively solidifies this experience as one that'll stick with you. The lingering sentiment you get when playing this is uneasiness, and pressing through the abstract nonsense that's thrown at you around every corner really makes this game stay true to its name. This museum is haunting, it's uncanny, and it's a place where, as we've seen,
anything goes.
Anything goes.
Yep. So what was the mystery? Just whether or not that was a dead body in the coffin? Yeah, it's a weird game, but it wasn't really a mystery. Is it about like the people that made it, who made that game? And it was like Anthony... I forgot. Anthony something. Wayzata Technology. Wayzata Public Schools. Is Wayzata a place? What the fuck is that? Thanks for the bits, Bruno. Yeah, I'll check that out in a minute. Alright, I don't feel like looking too deep into it.
Mysteries in online video games.
You said Birdsy.
A newfound fascination of mine, and what seems like a fitting progression of the console conspiracy series. Tonight, we just dove into 3 gaming mysteries that have recently intrigued me. I hope you all enjoyed this. If you have any other obscure video
third one was definitely the best one.
Ones we've discussed tonight, feel free to shoot me an email at nightmareexpo@gmail.com. I absolutely love this stuff, and I'm highly interested in making more content like this. And who knows, maybe we can turn this into a mini-series. Let me know what you thought. Your feedback helps me immensely.
I just think... So the third one was probably the best one. But these first 2, there isn't like a mystery to be solved. It's mainly a showcase of a weird game with a... Well, this one at least had a story. This didn't have anything. It just seems like there's no drive. So, example, this one, the mystery was the glitch, when that was just part of the game. Like, that was the core scare. Or you get, like, a creepy image when you do this. It's like a really common technique for shitty horror games. This one was a giant block of fucking nothing. It's just a bad horror game that I think 3 people on Reddit were just trying to figure out. It's not exactly a mystery. This one, I guess, if the 4chan stuff led to anything with Q and whatever, could have been an interesting story, but there wasn't anything there. This one was just interesting overall. The Museum of Anything Goes. This whole second one was trash though. Just a bad horror game. Okay, we are back from Noah. There's a Prime Timber. Why would you recommend this? What? You know what? Hey, let's go. We're back.
Nick, what's the game called?
That's pretty wild. NTR. Never heard of that.
Literally 33%. Oh, look at that drop on a chest, boys. What do we got? Oh, the juice.
I used to play Fortnite. Am I in here?
No, yes! Get in.
Oh my god, why did that guy just fall out the sky? Why did I just see a falling man? Some things cannot be unseen.
Another one, another chest. That's what I need. Oh, yeah,
He's a
boy.
good sub
Only
dunk.
27 people left. It'd honestly be nice to have a win. I've died a lot this episode.
So why did you recommend this, man?
My bad.
Multiple
I'm
times.
So bad. I can't
Oh
wait.
no. Wrong gun. Hear the shotgun. I'm dead. I'm dead. Don't shoot. Oh my. What was that?
What you're seeing on your screen is old Fortnite. Good
Oh,
evening.
shit.
My name is Noah. You may know me as the guy that once played with Ninja, or the guy who put C-Day's name in every single title of his video, or the guy that wants— You're not that guy. Welcome to the Fortnite documentary. Well,
That does seem pretty fucking awesome. I'm not a big Fortnite fan though, so I don't think I'll watch that. King of Fighters. Why do you want me to see King of Fighters hidden moves? You just keep saying it's otaku as fuck. What? What? Thanks for your sub, Cammy. Alright. I don't have high hopes for this. But you and the Fortnite guy were very adamant. This is pretty otaku. Oh, I see now. This is your video. I thought that said 52,000. You just keep recommending your own video. I see what's happened here. Ah. Thanks to Prime, Akko, and the resub Porkin and Scott. Coney 2012. Oh man, yeah, I already saw that from Internet Historian. What a time period. He's a Prime Zoxy. How scream artists create perfect screams for movies? That sounds interesting. A scream artist? He's truly a master.
One moment from Venom. That's not Tom Hardy. That's Scott White. Scream artists are some of Hollywood's best kept secrets.
Yeah, I didn't know this existed.
Actually secret. Take Ashley Peldon. She's one of the most accomplished screamers in Hollywood.
What a profession.
But you might not know where to find her, as productions don't always want
Thank
audiences
you,
to
Tier
know
1
that their
Zap.
stars have
And
been
resub
dubbed.
Joey and Snappy.
This makes nailing both the emotion and the actor's voice that much more important. Here's how they get the perfect.
I'm sure I blasted you guys.
No, it was
The
pretty
sounds
tame.
captured on set aren't actually usable, so they have to be re-recorded later.
The great background actors who are there on set that day.
I did know
probably
that.
weren't mic'd, or maybe there was too much going on in the noise. You'll have wind machines going and sound effects, or you'll have like the stuntman or the director yelling at the actors.
But when it comes to screams, sound quality is just one factor. Screams are physically difficult. Just
Wait, I
look at this
recognize
clip
that
of
movie.
Hugh
Wait.
Jackman.
What movie is that? Fuck, I can't
Director
see the
yelling
name.
at the actors. But when it comes to screams,
Malignant,
sound
that's what it
quality
was.
is just one factor. Screams are physically difficult. Just look at this clip of Hugh Jackman dubbing some of his noises from Logan.
Damn, he's good.
So if an actor wants to keep their voice intact, these skilled recording
Yeah, Malignant
artists
was
can
fine.
help.
It was interesting.
You know, maybe I'm more expendable, because for a session fee, I can blow out my voice.
Peldon and White first need to know what type of scream they're doing, as that
As you
will
said,
impact their performance.
Bulgard and
One
the
of the
Prime
most common
Cactus.
screams you'll see in movies are fearful ones, but they're not actually realistic.
Now, what's interesting is in real life, most people will probably freeze up and not a loud sound comes out, but it's not as dramatic on screen, so we want to make sure that it's a big, loud, terrifying scream.
Determining where in the body fear comes from can make the scream more believable. Peldon says fear screams should feel involuntary, even if they aren't. So she puts her diaphragm to work.
You want it as messy as
Where is
possible,
the
but it's
fear
most realistic. So, like,
receptors?
just a, you know, really clean, short, or contained kind of scream. It's not really as realistic for somebody who's in a lot of fear. But if somebody is fearing for their life or in a really terrifying situation, it's got the adrenaline pumping, it's got the sweat, it's got the movement, so it's going to be more of a kind of a feel scream.
You can see and hear this as Peldon watches an old horror clip.
Where it's the building tension is what's important there.
Is there some lunatic?
Would feel more of a fear.
Yep, met Cola and Goblin.
Building kind of scream rather
We
than
did some content.
You know, blood-curdling scream.
But what makes that scream sound different from this one?
Aggressive.
Is the
I'm mad.
Anger, right? So it's screaming with the intent.
Screams that come from a place of anger call for a clenched mouth and tighter body position. And a more empowering rage scream calls for Peldon to fully open her mouth. White will do the same when recording war cries for games like Call of Duty. For other roles, Peldon will channel grief.
So grief has a different feel.
That's so
because
cute.
This is pure pain,
There's a Prime
but not
Divine.
physical pain, right? This is just
Convoy?
emotional pain. I tend to think of this as the most uncontained and unhinged kind of feeling.
When syncing to a clip, she'll often need to give multiple options.
This is a no, she's saying.
Listen as she tries one scream with the word no. And one without.
I'm not buying it.
Convincing screams involve much more than
This
just
is better.
incorporating dialogue.
No. That's better.
Listen to all the extra pants and breaths White adds to his screams during a fight scene from the video game Days Gone.
Rough game.
These wordless physical reactions are called efforts, and they're crucial to fight screams.
It's different than when it's a scream of fear that's more of a pull-in sensation. Usually these are more of a push-out kind of sensation. There's an impact attached.
Each breath and grunt will have subtle differences based on the type of distress their characters experience.
A gut shot would knock the wind out of you, which is more of a face punch would be more of a quick strike, like
While this effort fits in perfectly when White's character delivers a kick,
perfectly.
this
I don't know
one
about that.
matches when he swings a machete. All these
Needs to give
variations
some
help
mat.
keep the scene alive.
all of the energy when the camera's not on my character to keep that character going in the background.
But some screams don't fit neatly into one category. For example, in Incredibles 2, White had to create the scream for a pilot who's thrown out of a helicopter.
The fear of being
Why not just have the
pushed
voice
out of the
actor do it?
helicopter, which then turns
Doesn't have to be
into
great, just like,
anger.
ah!
I shouldn't have been kicked out of that plane, you know, or whatever. So it couldn't just be a fierce, ah! And then you hit the water. It had to have a little two-part act. And once you hit water, you're not going to hear any more of the, ah! You don't
More
hear the arm of the
expensive,
voice.
I
Just,
guess.
"Ah!"
This process gets even trickier when scream artists dub for a high-profile actor, like White did for Tom Hardy during the
Thanks for some
motorcycle
cap
chase
and
in Venom.
Daxify and Rise.
White first needed to study the actor's voice to figure out what makes it unique.
So Tom Hardy has sort of a gruff, sort of a lower, sort of a voice thing. So I knew going in that it had to have a little more grit to the voice.
Next, he did what's called chasing the scene, where he watches the sequence from start to finish, adding all screams and efforts as the scene progresses.
Cut two.
This is so
When you
adorable.
breathe and don't pass out. Feeling a little lightheaded, but you push through. Back to it.
Just get
And you
the
can tell
Dragon Ball
it's a
Z voice
workout. We're a
actors.
short
Be better.
3-minute scene in, and I'm already sweating bullets.
After that breather, White looked for specifics.
We're really trying to hone in on the actual scream itself and analyze.
I don't know how
the
you
scream.
become a
Like when an
scream
explosion
actor.
goes off behind
Just fucking
Furby.
yell.
He's got
Hope
his
someone
closed
hears you.
mouth and his teeth are showing.
They'll
And
recruit
so
you.
you have to yell through your teeth to match that performance.
Then, when Hardy flies off his motorcycle, White had to sustain a scream for nearly 10 seconds without losing the imitation of Hardy's voice.
Easy.
The art of a long scream is to kind of tighten your vocal folds just
Look at
enough
Brian
and
Frogs.
release just
The
enough
bits.
air that you can
Noah.
prolong that scream as long as people need. When you do that, you're kind of tightening your stomach while, again, Tom Hardy's voice is more gritty or lower. So you kind of have to get that gravelly thing in your scream while you're pinching your vocal folds and tightening your diaphragm just to get out enough air. Because if you're pushing too much air, you're going to run out of air.
Yeah. He took a breath.
All
Amateur.
these screams, whether they're fear, rage, or fighting sounds, won't carry the same emotional punch until they've gone through a layering process. Those layers can include the
Oh, they have to
actual
layer it?
vocals
Wait, they have to
mixed
do
with
it
the dubbed
themselves?
vocals and digital sounds. Layering is
Don't they have an
especially
audio
helpful for
engineer on
non-human
set?
voices,
I
like
would
when
think.
White performed the otherworldly screams of the demon from The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do
Oh
It.
god, that movie sucked.
Here's a demonstration of how a sound mixer might take White's raw screams and add effects to make them more powerful. Listen
Pretty
to these three elements
good.
combined in a scene. Creepy, right?
Oh, yeah, I bet
Well,
that's
adding
fun.
effects
It's
like
probably a fun
reverb
job.
to create an echo and a rumble can make them even scarier.
You know, using what the human body can do and then taking effects, you know, putting it
Hire them
all
for all
in
the shitty horror
These clips
games.
don't
They
seem
probably
as exciting,
should.
frightening, or sad until a scream artist's work is added to it. So what makes one of Peldon's real screams sound better than this
Aw.
one?
I think what makes the difference between what sounds kind of like a generic scream that they could just get from their library of screams.
Well, they do,
versus
like the
one that
Wilhelm
really fits
scream
the
and shit.
scene, is matching what we're seeing.
pretty bad.
The actor, the energy, the emotion. My scream isn't just noise, it's an acting burst.
6 screams, 2 seconds each, go. Give us options. And you're like,
Thanks, Resub Asbestos.
you know, and you just, and then they'll grab each of those files and use them all in different places of the game. So.
That's a position I never knew existed. Nor will I remember it exists next time I play or watch a movie. Game or movie. But it's not surprising. Except for the bits Blue Soul. It seems like it'd be a lot of fun to do. I bet they get paid like shit though. I guarantee that can't be like a full-time profession, unfortunately. Why I'd throw a cactus before I go into the ocean. Thanks to the resub Rona. What a title. And thanks to the resub Chris. This? By casual demographic. This? Haven't we seen this? Pretty sure we have. He's the prime cataclysm. Is that like a meme or something that you just posted there? What was your name? God damn it, where was it? God damn it, where'd it go? Highest salary 60K for a scream artist. What the fuck? Did you like delete it or something? Where'd it go? The guy who said fact. Fuck, where was it? I don't like Canada's worst driver at all. Thanks to resub lunchbox. Yeah, is that like a meme or something? Scott? You've said it 3 times now? Or is that something like you actually believe? No, you ignore every suggestion I make. Okay, fact, you treat your subs like shit, and that's why you never surpass 15k viewers. Okay. Let's play around with that for just a moment. For the entire 3 years I've been on here, I've said thank you to every single sub and donation ever. Even when I had over 30k subs. Every single one of them I said thank you to. If you can find me a single other streamer on the site that's done that, I would be shocked. And just because you give shitty meme suggestions every time we do a just chatting night doesn't mean I have to watch them just because you're subbed. Like, that's just so fucked up. And then to make me feel bad for it because I don't want to watch your cringe compilation 15? Get the fuck out of here, man. Thanks, Resub Saber and the Prime Stro. I didn't make you to sub. I didn't ask you to sub. You did it just because you were feeling generous or you wanted the emotes or to support the channel. You don't have to. I never ask anyone to. So that doesn't mean that you're entitled to make me do what you want me to do. I'm not like a puppet on your strings. I do YouTube nights and I take suggestions from the chat, not donos. Because I just want to watch some shit and have fun with the chat, which is why I'm always reading the chat. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, Scott. You're just having a bad day, I guess. And that's probably why she's not going to text you back either. But it'll be alright. Thanks to the resub. Boba, Wibby, Teeth, Stupid, and Bloody. Oh, I heard Life Beyond 3 just came out. That's the Universe channel, right? Melody Sheep? Yeah, I heard this came out today. What? I'll be there in just a sec. I appreciate the generosity, Snivy. Thank you, Batman. And Hanks. Thanks for some Crucifixion and Ninja. It's 42 minutes, though. I don't know if I want to watch 42 minutes of it tonight. Maybe next time. I do really like Melody Sheep, though. Their shit slaps. He's a tier 1. Mayon? No, I never ban anyone for shit like that. The only people that get banned are racists. That's about it. He's at Prime Hotel. I've already watched a lot of Mandela Catalog. I'm very familiar. Thanks to Resub Shambi. Have I heard of Rainforest? That's like one of the most well-known disasters of a convention. Of course I've heard of Rainforest. There's a Prime Q. Disappearance of Lars Mittank. We've watched that. We watched a lot of those disappearances. We went on like a giant rabbit hole. Thanks to Resub Makelin. Phone made of garlic. Thanks to tier 1 Melbell. What am I looking for? I don't know where to go. Thanks to tier 1 Snippered and the gift sub Dope. Thanks to the bits third case. No, there's no new slap fight. We caught up already. At least I don't think so. I'll check, but I'm pretty sure we're all caught up. Isn't this just a re... Yeah, this is a re-upload. Right? No, maybe not. Okay, yep, we do have more slap fight.
For the past several years, a group of dedicated American slap fighters have been developing a new extreme sport in undisclosed locations across the Midwest. Most athletic commissions in the U.S. don't recognize this new sport, so the fighters have been competing underground. Still, the fan base for our sport has grown. We are now an international sensation. Our fighters don't compete for glory. They are here to test themselves. This is not a sport for the weak.
Yeah, the edits are still new.
Is slap fight.
They got Blur Animation Studios working on some VFX for them.
To lead off our undercard,
Ricky's back, baby.
To meet at the barrel at a heavyweight
Big Gulp is
catchweight.
new, but this is
Our good
Ricky.
friend Ricky, the Bayou Bastard from Terrytown, Louisiana, faces off against Big Gulp
There's be some
from
Travis
Springfield,
Swervin
Missouri.
and Malinu.
In addition to playing arena football, Big Gulp is no
What?
stranger to combat sports. A retired MMA
Who did he play
fighter and
for?
Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner, he jumped at the chance
I used to
be
love
featured
arena
in our
football.
First ever Superfan Showdown.
Who the fuck did he play for? Hold on, I even had this awful arena football game for the Xbox. This is the only game they ever made, and my god was it a pile of dog shit. I was huge into arena football, the Orlando Predators. I still have their merch. It's probably worth less than a penny these days, but goddamn, I paid a lot for it back then because I used to charge out the ass.
The Bayou Bastard made his first impression on slap fight fans when he was selected to compete in the
There's some
Adrenaline
grease
Tournament as
and
a
walrus.
superfan. Due to extenuating circumstances, Ricky found himself in the semifinals against Lead Belt Chapman in one of the weirdest
Ricky's
fights
such a
in slap
wholesome
fighting
guy.
history. Ricky walked away with a win based on technicality, and now he's returned to prove to the world that his victory was not a fluke.
Thanks to the bit story. Damn, he's looking like real clean, freshly shaved. Bayou Bastard, more like Bayou BTS stand-in. Man's looking fucking nice. So what? I still would really like to know what arena football team this guy played for. He looks rather old. I feel like, because arena football was only around for like 10 years. He must have been like one of the first people in it.
Your first contestant on the Superfan Showdown. He weighs in at 200
Here's a prime Indian Aster.
pounds. From
Or in the
Springfield,
resub Aster.
Missouri, Big Gold.
Yeah, Big Gulp! He is operating on autopilot for sure. Thanks to Prime Furu and the resub Insufferable. And the resub Oppenheimer. Or Opimer. Man, this is a long hallway, Gulp. I'm sorry about this. This is a long walk. Well, he's just here for a paycheck, man. He doesn't look like he's here to have any fun. He's just like, let's get down to business. I just want some money. Hey, Gold. Brings you some Cockle, Samwise, and Loki.
He weighed in tonight at 218 pounds. From Terrytown, Louisiana. We call him the Superfan Ricky. You know him as the Bayou Bastard.
Ricky! No! He just looks so wholesome. He's like, hey, just got out of school and I want to slap an old guy. What about it? Thanks for 5 gift subs, dope. Appreciate it, man. He's looking rather kawaii. Let's fucking go, baby. Here's the prime biggest. Yeah! Hey, wait, this guy isn't a ref?
MixedMartialArts.com
Wait, what the fuck?
editor Jason Burgos.
That's not a ref. That's another slap athlete. Is it gonna be like a WWE thing where like in the 3rd round he's gonna like come in and start slapping both of them like it's WrestleMania?
Jason, can you believe how popular Ricky has become with the fans?
Just the almost a chance.
Alright, hold on, give me 1 second though before I forget. I'm gonna say night Titiana. Don't mean to blue ball you, but I'll be right back. Thanks a Prime Zach, and the Prime Maddie, and the gift sub Fiax, and the resub Suna. I gotta draw my logs. Hey, appreciate the 5 gift sub, Guns Guy. Thank you for the generosity. And the resub Dinkleman.
Champions of the fans, a representative of the fans. I mean, just a beloved figure who's out to prove a lot in this second go around here in Slap Fight Championship.
Ricky's got nothing to prove.
Especially
Me too, man.
Ricky's
he's got
the
a lot to
fucking
prove.
man.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. He really does have a lot to prove.
And look at the coin flip right
Thank
there.
you, 10 gift subs.
Big
Pew
Gulp's
pew.
got
Thank you
this.
for the generosity, man. Hope you're having a good night. Thanks for the gift sub, Milk.
Important element getting that first slap in the opening slap of the spot.
Oh.
Nice.
Solid opening.
That was awfully robotic. No follow through. Ricky can eat that all day.
He's making his debut too. There's got to be a little bit of nerves. There's got to be a little bit of
God damn, thank you again,
trying to
Pew Pew.
impress people as well.
Thank you for the gift sub,
He should be able
Kumo.
to beat Ricky, but let's see
Thank
what
you,
Ricky's
Pew
got.
Pew.
Maybe so. He's actually a
Oh,
big
that's
fan
big.
as well. So
Let's go, Ricky.
A lot of internal pressure.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ricky.
Wow, he rocked him. Take a look at that, Jason. He rocked him with that.
He's coming in with that schoolboy strength.
Look in Big Gulp's eye. It's like I just stepped into Slap Fight Championship. Now I'm really here. Holy
Ricky
Lord,
looks
I gotta
so
do this
well
again.
mannered, but hits like a
my
demon.
Goodness.
I tell you, Jason, I've seen Big Gulp competing in the cage on multiple occasions. He is a
Thank you
tough
to
guy.
give
He's
subs,
also
Ray,
a
and the
good-sized
resub
guy. He's
VTN.
probably 20, 30 pounds
Prime.
heavier than Ricky.
Eyes
So
have
these are
bags.
some real slaps here.
And
He
Lex.
knows how to punch. He knows how to slap.
Oh,
another big one.
His slaps are
Those
like
meat hooks.
an alcoholic father who's abusive, and he's throwing out those kind of like scary slaps, but they're not like the worst. Ricky has like a full follow through.
Wind up.
See, like his is like actual athlete level slaps.
We got the stanky leg on that one.
We've got the newborn giraffe a little bit. Big Gulp is what?
Yeah.
It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner.
Ricky earned that.
Round 2, it's Ricky.
I love to see Ricky succeed.
Props, Ricky. Ricky doing it for the fans. Take it to the. What a second performance! It's unbelievable. This
Thanks
is
for the
how
gift
you
sub again,
open a
Pew Pew.
Slap Fight Championship pay-per-view with Ricky, the rep of the fan, doing it all.
Now look at these slaps, real clean.
I mean, there's a big difference in age here.
You know, the last time we saw
At least
Ricky, Jason,
it looks like it. I mean, maybe Big Gulp's like 21 or something. I don't really know, but
fantastic.
it seems like Ricky had like
This is not the same
an advantage.
because this isn't Ricky. This isn't
Big
the
Gulp
Ricky
looked like he had arthritis, maybe.
And I love it. That's what I'm talking about, Bayou Bastard. Nasty man in the opening
Look
fight.
at that
Slap
technique. Another big win for Ricky. Fantastic job, Ricky. I think everybody's proud of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Super Fan
Thanks, resub sauce.
the Bayou.
All right, guys,
Fuck yeah,
take a
Ricky,
look at
let's
the
go.
VFX Fight replay.
Thanks, the prime gun. Thanks, resub Blue Cobra.
I am the Space Cowboy Jason Jones,
Pew, pew.
and I'm standing with you live right here.
Thanks, man.
The winner of the Super Fan Showdown. We know you as Ricky, but they call you the Bayou Bastard. What was it like taking?
Mainly just know him as Ricky. I don't call him Bayou Bastard.
It's hard. I'll tell you that much. That I really felt the extra weight, but like praise on the man. He came in here, took the shots like a real man, and I understand that like it ain't for everybody. That shit hurts.
It definitely does hurt, I would imagine.
What's it like being a celebrity now in Terrytown, Louisiana? Are people looking at you different, knowing that you're a viral sensation on Slap Fight Championship?
Honestly, I'm the most awkward man you'll ever meet, so it's really weird just having people come up to me and say, "Hey, I saw you on the internet." How do I respond to that? I have no clue.
You say, all right,
No arguments. He is
do
the
you
most
want
awkward
to
man
have
I've ever
sex
met. Right
with
here
me
on
now?
Slap Fight Championship. Stay
There's plenty of ways to respond to that. What a nice guy. Let's fucking go, Ricky. That was wholesome. Glad to see Ricky win. Thanks for some done. Let me give some chase. You watch Street Beefs? I only like the goofy Street Beefs, so like with Shinigami. Do you know anyone else like Shinigami? Shinigami got his car stolen. I'm sorry to hear that. Shinigami fans in shambles. That's rough. Thanks for the 10 gift subs, Swerve, and I appreciate it, man. Thank you. These are some famous in the Bits Andy and Tier 1 Conch. Someone tell Seth Rogen. Yeah, true. Good point. Shinigami was lucky to get his car broken into. Street beef wheelchair. I don't know about that. That doesn't sound good. There's one more. Which one? Oh, the Young James Coach Killa. I really feel like this is a re-upload. I'm going to be honest. Unless they had a rematch.
For the past several years, a group of dedicated American slap fighters have been developing a new extreme sport.
I can't remember.
Your official for this contest.
Well, we'll see, I guess.
All right, fans, this is a fight that many people said could have very easily have been the main event. Coach Killa versus Young James. I'm excited to see how this
So
goes
Coach Killa
down.
won last time. Assuming this isn't just a
Tonight, Q
re-upload.
Davidson with the coin toss. And it goes
They
to
did
Young
have these
James.
intros last time.
He will strike first.
There's a
All
Prime
right,
Frog.
folks, let's take a look at the rules of slap fight. First off, no clubbing. All competitors must land their strikes with an open hand. The heel of the hand may make contact but cannot extend past the chin. Next, no stepping. Feet must be planted shoulder width apart, and there can be no pivoting or stepping when striking. And finally, no flinching. Small reactions are allowed, but any movement that affects the power of the strike is a foul. Here we go with the top of round one. Young James checks his placement here. And here's your windup. Good shot by Young
Oof.
James. Looks like he might
Not
have
very
hurt his
good.
rib there on the left side.
Not a very strong shot,
Grabbed a hold
actually.
of it right after the slap and then immediately let go
Thanks,
and
Prime
walked away.
Storm.
So I'm not so sure that he wants everybody to see that. But there was definitely something with the ribs there on the left side.
Well, I feel like Coach Killa's going to win again.
Coach Killa's right back up to the barrel here. Bottom of round one.
Thanks, Resub Hypnotoad. Coach Killa's on a bit of a win streak. Oh, wow.
That's what you can expect from Coach
Jesus
Killa right there.
Christ.
Fantastic power, good precision. You could just tell by
Coach
the sound of
Killa
the
has...
slap what kind of
He's
impact he's making.
ascended.
And looks like we're not going to need a break here with Young James. We're going to go right to round two. Okay.
That is just not getting it done, man. Young James.
That's the thing about Young James. It's not so much the power in his slaps. It's that his hands are the size of catcher's mitts.
Does he have huge hands? I can't tell.
Okay, no break for Coach Killa. Here we go. Bottom of round two.
Oh my
Solid shot from Coach Killa. That's probably the best shot of the match so far.
Jesus. His slaps are just fucking perfect. Like, they're just actual textbook technique.
40 seconds.
Exit Prime Forest and the
Young
Resub
James back to
Galaga.
the barrel. All right.
He's just
another
not
shot.
getting
You
big
can see
shots, I
Coach
don't
Killa,
think.
He's trying really hard not to flinch. He's had a problem in some of his recent matches where he's done just a little bit too much flinching, and I can see that he's
James
trying to
looks like
correct
he's
that
about to
here
cry.
tonight.
I don't blame him if he does.
Oh,
Oh.
that was a nice hard shot. Young James feels like that should have been a warning.
I think it probably should have been. He
I might
fucking
agree.
blasted him.
But again, we're going to keep moving. We're in round 4 now.
Really speedrunning, okay.
You can tell Coach Killa doesn't like the feeling of that catcher's mitt grinding across the side of his face. That's what it feels like when you don't flinch. It's
Exit
almost
bits,
like,
Chase.
I don't know, 2-3 more rounds, it's going to feel like he's got road rash in his cheek. Keep in mind, at any moment, Coach Killa has the ability to end this fight.
Yeah. Oh!
Okay, now Coach Killa's
That
got an
definitely
injury
didn't
here.
feel
His
good.
Right arm.
Yep.
That is not good. We've seen that in the past.
Going
I
turbo
believe when he
mode.
fought Wolverine, there was an injury like that took place. A
Maybe tier 1
hyperextension
Asian.
of his elbow. And of course, he's trying not to show that as well.
Oh, he's doing a bad job of that. I immediately knew he hurt himself.
We may have the battle of the arm injury and the rib injury if we're not careful here. We're going to go into round 5. Young James with the windup.
2, 3.
Oh, fantastic. You know, I do believe that Young James might have the most clean slaps in the game.
Disagree. That goes to Coach
Penalties,
Killa.
Good precision.
His slaps are actual perfection, except for the last one where it went real fucking
Coach Killa's
cattywampus.
waiting at the barrel. Bottom of round 5.
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Great shot by Coach Killa. Holy smokes.
It's just always like right on the cheek every
On the
time.
left cheek there of Young James.
And it just sounds so good. The sound of a Coach Killa slap is euphoric.
He's right back at the barrel. Oh, Coach Killa doesn't like that. He's got a little bit of swelling on the left side of his face as well. Maybe a little bruising too.
1, 2, 3.
Little low, little low.
That was a tough shot there. I
Hey,
see
do some
Coach Killa
Tyler.
glancing back down at that
Yeah,
right
who
arm.
knows,
It
Tyler?
might become a problem here. Young James is going to get some cotton here in his ears. All of our contestants wear cotton in their ears to protect their eardrums from rupture.
Yeah, his slaps come in really quick.
Round 7.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, another good shot. Looks like Coach Killa's going to take a walk here.
He doesn't need it. This is just theatrics.
Okay, I can definitely see some swelling here on the left cheek of both competitors.
1, 2, 3.
Another good shot. Looks like Young James turning himself in for flinching here.
What?
I'm not so sure I saw that much of a movement, but Young James seems to
Even the
think
ref
he
is like, what the
flinched.
fuck are you talking about? You want a penalty?
And of course the official says no, there's no penalty.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Resub Gummy. Did he flinch? I don't know.
Pace has
I
slowed
couldn't
up just
tell.
a little bit here.
Coach Killa's slaps come in so fucking quick.
It's quite an interesting fight. I'm not quite sure who's winning at this point.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, and another great shot there. Coach Killa has definitely
I respect his
controlled flinching. It looks
sportsmanship.
like Young
Fuck
James is
sportsmanship.
having another rib issue.
I want him to slap a tooth out of his mouth.
And Coach Killa
And then
is
spit
having
on
a
it.
road rash issue. But here we go.
1, 2, 3.
A lot of mutual
Here's a
respect
bit
here.
Hoshi. Iron Wrath's cooking videos? I think I have, haven't we?
We're nearing the end of this
Sounds really
match. I
familiar.
think we're going into the top of round 9 here.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, that was a solid shot. Okay, Coach Killa's saying that shot was just a little bit too high. He didn't like that.
Well, now you've ruined the sportsmanship. Are you happy? Oh, they still
It
fist
looks
bump.
like his cheek is on fire.
It's
at this
prime
point.
brittle.
1, 2, 3.
Oh!
Returns fire right to the eyeball. The Academy Award for pretending you didn't hit your friend in the eyeball goes to Coach Killa.
He seemed to really want that to be the one.
Eye for an eye here.
God damn, he wanted that to
All right, this is
end
gonna
it
be the
so
last
bad.
Round. Round 10, here's your windup. Oh, and we've got a flinch from Coach Killa. That's just going to be a warning in round 10. There's not going to be a
He's a
penalty
tier
here,
1
but
Sug Thy Ball.
not bad.
Narisa
10
Bracco.
rounds, 1 flinch, and a swollen cheek. I think that's probably a pretty good night's work. Here we go into the bottom of round 10. Coach Killa needs a good showing here. And
That was a
shot to end the
fantastic way to finish it. So it looks like they've taken out the infinite rounds.
Fantastic match. No idea who the winner is, but good job, boys.
Yeah, I think Coach Killa wins this.
Let's take a look at some of these slaps from the beginning of the fight. Young James started off the fight with some pretty good shots. Unfortunately, I think that rib problem on the left side may have made it difficult for him to find full extension on his strikes.
Nah, I'm pretty sure Coach Killa won that. His slaps were just too good.
He did have a little bit of a problem with flinching at the end of the fight, but he did a great job throughout, and he ended up with a nasty case of swollen cheek and road rash on the left side. Young James took a little bit more blunt force trauma, a little bit of swelling, but all in all, I would say this was a pretty even match. Could even be a draw. I'm glad I'm not one of the judges.
Can you do a draw? Is that legal? Do we have that technology?
Fantastic fight.
I would give it a draw, I guess. No one got knocked out.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by unanimous judges' decision.
Unanimous. What? Were his slaps more powerful than they looked? Because they didn't really look like they were connecting super well. It really looked like a landslide for Coach Killa.
10 rounds. That was great. You were the very first slap fight middleweight champion. You faced the current and reigning middleweight.
The flinch did it?
champion.
Maybe, I guess.
Both of you guys agreed upon a heavyweight weigh-in. How hard does Coach Killa hit?
I'm telling you, he can hit like no other.
That was one of the most enjoyable fights.
He's a tier 1 IDK maybe.
To the judges' scorecard, but that one could have went either way.
It really could have. We both went hard. We didn't give up. We kept pushing to the end.
Listen, Young James, you still got more.
What a nice guy.
Gas left in the tank, and so does Coach Killer. Guys, keep it locked. The Slap Fight Championship.
Those slaps must have been a lot more powerful than they looked from our camera angle. Because it really just looks like it's like going right off of him, whereas Coach Killa's looked like they went straight fucking through his cheek. Thanks to resub Zach. Well, all that matters is Ricky won. That's what I mainly care about. In the dark world of Randonautica. While using the Randonautica app, a group of TikTokers discover a body inside of a suitcase. Yep, can't watch that on Twitch. Yeah, we watched the new Nexpo. Only one of the games was actually interesting. You never see the body. I'm not taking the chance. Superhuman? Haven't checked in a little while. Let's see how he's doing. Looks like he's doing well. Nuke's top 5s. Okay. Let's see how they're doing. Top 10 ghost videos to scare you silly. Oh. To be scared silly, eh? Oh, these are the ones that cause bug eyes. I remember that. Alright, I'll get scared silly.
Top 10 ghosts caught on camera, desecrated. Japanese paranormal YouTube channel Fourth Wall has been sent several videos taken at the same cemetery somewhere in Japan. The graveyard is said to be haunted by the tragic ghost of a little boy who drowned in a pond 30 years ago. His parents laid him to rest in the cemetery and commissioned a beautiful statue of their son to be placed at his gravesite to honor and remember him. Late one night, heartless vandals desecrated the grave, destroying the statue and stealing its head.
That's
Since then,
fucked up.
local legend says that the headless spirit of the child roams the graveyard, forever looking for his missing head. In September of 2015, a CCTV camera at the cemetery records this shocking footage.
Why would he care? Just a statue. It's not his actual head. No! Wow, that's an awfully tall kid. What was he? 7 feet at 12? God damn.
In the dead of night, a shadow-like figure can be seen walking along the graves. After word of this disturbingly creepy video spread, a Japanese ghost hunter decided to investigate the cemetery for himself. It did not go well.
Where's the kid's statue? Apparently it's missing a head, right? Get out of there, quick! Though, if you're going to go to a cemetery to, like, make fun of a ghost or whatever, doing it to a headless one's probably your best bet. He's not going to be able to see you.
The ghost hunter hears something and turns to see an odd white apparition.
Oh my God.
He whips back around and nothing there. He seems to think he imagined it, but when he turns toward the other end of the cemetery row, the apparition is now
No, it's right
him.
there!
In abject terror, he makes a run for it. So could it be that these strange figures are the spirit of the little boy, forever wandering the cemetery? Let me know what you think.
Well, how dumb is that
Watch this
kid?
full
If they
video
took
and
his
many
head,
more
they didn't
spooky
keep it in the
Japanese
cemetery,
ghost
dumb
videos
idiot.
over on the YouTube channel, Fourth Wall. Croatian Creeper. Popular YouTuber Dennis Domian sets out to explore the Bribir Cemetery in his hometown of Bribir, Croatia for his quote, scary bedtime stories video series. He says that throughout his childhood, the cemetery has always given him the creeps, and even now he feels uncomfortable just being there. In the dead of night, he gives a video tour through the graveyard when suddenly he records something that's just unnerving.
I'm ready.
Okay, lagano idem jer imam feeling ko da nisam sam.
I hear like a lawnmower or something. Is there a ghost doing lawn work nearby or something?
Did you see it?
No.
Someone or some strange distorted figure can be seen standing amongst the graves.
It's
Dennis turns back.
what the fuck is that? It's a bird thing.
Throughout the video, it can be seen that the small cemetery is completely empty, and Dennis swears he was all alone. So just who or what is this strange, distorted thing?
It looks like the guys from the Spy vs. Spy series.
The ghost of the mosh pit.
Oh!
Now, most of the time we think of creepy paranormal video as occurring
Okay.
in the dark, and maybe in creepy old abandoned places. But here's a video that's from a live daytime heavy metal music festival in San Bernardino, California in 2011.
Who's performing?
And just watch very closely, because it's about to get weird.
Is it Warped Tour? Oh, it's Mayhem Fest, so it's probably like Disturbed or Five Finger Death Punch. Is it? Oh, it's All That Remains. He's getting hit with a fucking force choke.
The mosh pit when suddenly he seems to get clotheslined by someone or something that is completely invisible.
Oh, that was
He goes
Suicide
flying
Silence?
backwards. Now, that would be weird enough, but his friend helps him up, and then he seems to get forcefully yanked backwards again by some unseen force.
Yeah, it's just a
He
Jedi.
even seems to get dragged backwards along the ground. So is this just the ghost of an angry metal fan? Is this guy just an incredible mime? Or what happened here? You tell me.
Well, I'll tell you what it was. It was a ghost.
Caught on camera. Instagram user Satanic Tacos, aka Heather, says
Hey,
she's
Heather.
skeptical of all things paranormal and doesn't believe in the afterlife or ghosts. But late one night, her 1-year-old son wakes up very upset and doesn't stop crying for over 2 hours.
Oh, what an asshole.
Bizarrely, the motion detectors on the
Just give him an
CCTV cameras
iPad.
around Heather's house were going off too. She checked her recorded CCTV footage, and to her shock, just after her child starts crying, one of the cameras outside catches something downright creepy.
What am I looking for?
A strange translucent figure seems to appear right out of the wall of the lower deck and can be seen
I
walking
see.
through the snow away from the house. Heather says she has no idea what this could be and is a little freaked out about the timing with her son's crying. Now, as for myself, usually I would just say that this is a compression error in the camera and that it's blurring
You
a
have
person
never
who is
said that.
walking in darkness.
You have literally never once said that. Ever. Ever. You are not the kind of guy to give any kind of almost reasonable explanation to anything. You were talking about how it was probably a goblin or a pixie in one of these videos. I don't know what the fuck you're trying to say here. You are the most likely to assume that that's Beelzebub, or the stork.
But everything else here in the video is perfectly clear, and the footage is well lit. So I'm a bit confused myself. If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something
Throw
great,
Toby
contact me
and
at
the Prime
nukestop5@gmail.com.
Sarah.
The Girl on the Road. Now
That's a
this
cool
next
title.
creepy video was sent in by a very nice Nukes Top 5 viewer, but it's an old clip and the source is unknown.
Ghost
The video
of
is
Carmel,
believed to have
Maine,
been
okay.
recorded in
Here's
the
Prime
West Java
Cosmic.
area of Indonesia, and it shows 2 men encountering something horrifying on the road.
Balik, ayo. Balik, ayo. Mana? Ah, ini lain dah.
I'm ready to get sillied. Ready to get scared silly. A silly scare?
The 2 men pray continuously as they encounter what looks to be an extremely pale figure of a little girl. Even more terrifying, as they get closer, the figure seems to float up into the night sky above them. Now, because I don't know the actual
got
source
abducted
of this
by
video,
aliens.
it's impossible to check its legitimacy in any way.
You don't do that for
But
anything.
Real or not,
Ever.
it's definitely very creepy. And it certainly shocked me when I first watched it. I was not expecting the flying. Crying in the dark. Paranormal investigators Jordan and Johnny from the YouTube channel Paranormies set out to investigate an old house in Manitoba, Canada that's believed to be haunted. The story goes that in the 1960s, a woman named Rachel discovered that her husband of only 2 months had run off with another woman.
Tier 1
It is said that
BBC,
neighbors heard Rachel
JCT.
sobbing uncontrollably shortly before taking her own life. Cut to current day. It is said that in the house, lights turn on and off by themselves. Strange written notes have been left behind, and loud disembodied sobbing has been heard coming from the basement.
Oh man.
Not long after the Paranormies start their overnight
Thank you, Prime
investigation,
Sama
the guys
and
decide
Muffin.
to head down into the gloomy basement. That's when investigator Johnny hears and captures something downright chilling.
You know, someone just said something in the chat that I've never once thought of, and is a great fucking point. If they committed suicide, why would they want to come back as a ghost? That's like the last thing they'd want, right? That's a really good point. I never even stopped to think about that. It's like, yeah, if they killed themselves, there's 0% chance they'd really want to come back.
What was that?
You heard something?
There's a tier 1 stink.
Yeah, it sounded like a kid's voice.
Ready. It said...
Ready?
What did it say earlier? Did it say child? Yeah, it did say
It
child.
sounded like a kid's voice coming from down here. I don't know if I want to turn these lights off. I was going to turn them off.
No, don't do that.
Johnny is shocked when he hears the sound of sobbing coming from somewhere down in the basement. The guys now believe that the spirit of Rachel might be with them. Meanwhile, earlier in the investigation, the paranormies set up 3 separate motion-activated REM pod devices on the main floor of the house. As they're investigating down in the basement, they hear something truly bizarre.
Ghosts come back for revenge? Well, they're really bad at it.
You heard that. Footsteps upstairs?
All they do is turn off lights and maybe wiggle a plate.
REM pod.
And then another one.
What am I looking at? No! Oh my god.
The investigators hear footsteps right above them, and a static camera records as 2 motion-activated REM pod devices are triggered by something moving around on the main floor. Then a light turns on and off on its own. Jordan and Johnny decide to set up a laser grid and point it towards the kitchen and living room on the main floor, right beside the basement stairs. As they are discussing just what might be going on in the house, they capture something very disturbing.
Even when I said, like, hey, it did RAC, am I okay? Like, thank you. Like, I don't need you to continue on. What? Shut up.
Was that a bat? What, is it a vampire?
What did you see? I heard it wrong.
A shadow.
Oh.
Really? Rachel, are you
Right
here?
from here? This way? Like, over this way or that way? Between the letters.
Even when I said, like, hey, it did RAC, am I okay? Like, thank you. Like, I don't need you to continue on. What? Shut up.
So what is she doing? Crawling on the ceiling, or what the fuck was that?
An odd misshapen shadow figure darts across the ceiling in the living room right in front of Johnny. The 2 investigators rush over to check out the area, but find nothing and no one.
Why would she be crawling on the ceiling?
What is this? Did the Paranormies team capture the distraught spirit of Rachel? Let me know what you think.
Why would she do
Watch
that?
this full investigation and many more spooky videos over on the YouTube channel, Paranormies. Caught in the headlights. Now this next video is not in any way related to the paranormal. It's actually the official music video of a very popular Mexican rap group called Cartel de Santa.
Is this an ad?
It's been viewed over 64 million times on YouTube. But many confused fans pointed out something very spooky that happens near the beginning of the music video. Pay very close attention.
Oh shit, someone got out of the bush.
Did you see it? In front of the car, the headlights illuminate some bald grayish figure crouching in the bushes that suddenly stands up to look at the couple before quickly disappearing. Many fans believe that the rappers might have accidentally recorded something paranormal on camera.
Yeah, it might be a skinwalker.
But of course, this could simply be a crew member that was accidentally caught in the video shot.
No, that doesn't make any sense.
If it's a crew member, that leads to many questions. Like, why is he gray? Why is he crouching in the bushes? Why does it look like he's not wearing a shirt? And why does he move in such an odd and creepy way? Even after the many confused questions and comments, the group has never released a statement about who or what this could be. So for now, the identity of this man, or whatever that is,
it's not a
bushes,
man.
remains
It's a
mystery.
monster.
Bewitched. Now this next video is one of the strangest paranormal videos I've ever seen. So TikTok user Luca from Nashville, Tennessee is out delivering packages one day when he suddenly spots something very bizarre in the skies above.
SSBM.
Hey, so out making deliveries, and what is this? There's a floating broom. Look.
What?
Look, it's just floating. Like, seriously. There's no wire. There's nothing it's connected to. It's.
Oh my
What is
god.
that?
It's an invisible witch, clearly.
Seriously. It's just and it's moving too.
Now, I'm
Brings a resub
honestly
def-
not
or the
sure
prime
what
def.
to make of this video. This object, that does look very much like a floating broom, is obviously not a kite or a balloon, and it doesn't appear to be suspended by wires or a drone. If it's CGI, then it would take a visual effects expert to track this effect in with such a shaky camera. Also, Luca has no other videos that contain any CGI or anything even remotely paranormal. Luca claims that the video is 100% real.
There's some
By the way, it
schwingus.
was a floating broom. I did not see any wires. There was no drone. I gave a pretty good view above and below it. Guys, I swear on my life, there was nothing above it or below it. It was a floating broom. I don't know if somebody was doing a voodoo spell or if it was it was a floating broom.
Yeah, it was probably a voodoo
I've
spell,
never seen
actually.
anything like it. I don't ever want to see
I didn't think
anything
about
like
that.
it again. It was real. I don't do CGI. I don't know how to do that. It was a floating broom, okay? I'm just as stumped as you are. I happened to be the person that rolled up on it.
So I have no idea what this could be. Is it supernatural?
Yes.
Is it a quote, glitch in the Matrix?
Yes.
Or is it just a very elaborate hoax? You decide.
No.
Followed. Ghost hunter Martin from the YouTube channel Martin's Junction sets out to explore the abandoned and allegedly haunted Nepali
Hey,
house
nice to
in the
meet
middle
you.
of the jungle in India. The house is so secluded and hidden away that the only way to get to it is by crossing a slippery log over a river. Before he
Maybe
heads out,
suggest me.
Martin sets up a static night vision camera at the log to record as he makes his way towards the house. Now, the house is empty and full of bats, lizards, and snakes. So after a bad fall, Martin decides to head back home. But something
some bully beef.
might have followed him. As Martin attempts to cross back over the log, things take a terrifying turn.
No! These are tier 1 hard-boiled eggs. There's a prime hunter. Not again! Martin, behind you! It's an invisible prankster. He's gonna push you again. This isn't staged. It's real. Martin wouldn't lie to us. Exit tier 1 egg in the prime Brendan.
Something dark seems to be lurking in the jungle behind Martin, but every time the ghost hunter checks the area behind him with his flashlight, whatever it is has disappeared.
He
The
doesn't
mysterious
like
figure
light.
appears several times and disappears just as fast. So what do you think happened to Martin? Did he fall by accident? Or did some dark, vengeful spirit follow him back from the house? Let me know.
It was probably a spirit, honestly. I mean,
Paranormal
there's nothing else it
investigator
could have
Kaylee
been.
Love from the YouTube channel Love to Investigate reached out to me about a very creepy video she recorded in an old abandoned mental asylum in South Wales, UK.
Oh, there's a
Kaylee
lot of
says that
haunting
she was alone
activity
with a
there.
fellow investigator exploring one of the decaying asylum's many buildings. Without knowing, she captures something absolutely chilling.
A homeless man living here, I imagine.
God,
Usually how it goes.
that's pretty cool, that is. Smells like an hospital in this part, definitely.
Did you see it? At the end of the hallway in front of Kaylee and her team member, someone appears to be standing there. just watching her
Ooh,
before simply disappearing around the corner.
Jesus
Kaylee
Christ.
says she didn't see anyone there at the time. In fact, the odd figure was actually pointed out by viewers in her YouTube comments. So could this be the spirit of a patient who tragically passed away at the abandoned mental asylum?
Yes.
I leave it up to you to decide.
I've decided. It is. Can we interview her?
Like an hospital in this part, definitely.
Thanks so much for watching. Please follow me on Instagram here.
That was good.
Follow me on Twitter here.
That did scare me silly. Man. I don't think Rocco's Basilisk is really that interesting. It's hyped up to be like a terrifying thought experiment that drives people mad. But it's actually just kind of boring. How professional Santas are trained? Sure.
What do you want for Christmas?
Aw.
This is Santa School.
I've seen Santa School before.
Put that seed on top of the plate and turn it like you're cutting a cookie.
Every fall, more than 200 Mr. and Mrs. Clauses from around the world arrive in a small Michigan town to learn everything from
Enoch?
singing
Uh-huh.
All the other reindeer.
to American Sign Language.
The Charles W. Howard School is the oldest Santa Claus school in the world.
We have Santas
Oh,
kinda
it's
go
so
pretty much
fucking
everywhere.
cute.
From commercials to the Rockettes in New York City to Macy's Day Parade.
The 3-day course costs
Hey,
$580
sub.
for new students
Huh.
and $550
Daiquiri.
for returning students. And candidates are admitted on a first-come, first-serve basis to master the Santa Claus look, sound, and act.
You're literally ready for anything after the school here.
Santa's
Except
the most
delivering
well-known
presents.
character in the world.
The red
No,
suit
he's not.
first appeared around 1930.
That's what we all try to achieve. The white beard, the red nose, the happy cheeks, and a belly full of jelly.
And in 1937, the Santa School was founded by Charles W. Howard.
Oh, the original
Macy's
Santa.
Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Man of the hour, Santa Claus.
Santa! Whee!
This is blush. This gives you a little color. And you really only need it on the tip of your nose and on the high part of your cheek.
We just want, you know, nice, clean, and sharp-looking Santa.
Make sure your belt stays up high and doesn't go down underneath your belly, so
I remember last time we watched this, well not
Originally,
this, but
students at
about
the
this.
Santa School wore
Some people
artificial
dedicate their
beards
whole
made of
lives to
yak.
just being Santa.
Merry Christmas,
It's pretty
boys
crazy.
and girls. Merry Christmas, kids.
But Santa beards, especially when made of real hair, can come at a price.
The good ones are in the $2,000 range for a nice, beautiful set of hair.
Having a real beard does offer more authenticity in the photos, but the cost of being Santa can add up.
I made some investments. Right now, I'm sitting between $4,000 and $5,000. Between the hotel, the school, transportation, having worked.
Yeah, just
on
ask for
professionally on my
$5,000
beard,
from the real
having to
Santa.
buy
cover
several
it.
Santa suits. It's a big piece of change.
But looking like Santa is much more than makeup and a beard.
Hey.
Dancing like Santa is also a skill. Starting
Santa
with the
doesn't
basics.
dance like that. That guy's trying to get laid.
Super simple weekend step touch, yeah?
Santa's got Mrs. Claus.
Students are taught dance moves specific to Santa, like going down the chimney and hanging tinsel on a tree.
Tinsel on the tree!
All I want us to
That's
do
not
is
dance.
turn on some
Show me a
music
Santa that
and
can
look at
shuffle.
some stuff.
Everybody keep your clothes on.
I want to see a Santa hit like a mean body wave into like a windmill.
Next, the Santa sound.
It's a little bit darker than the normal speaking voice. It's a little more robust, maybe a little bit further back in the throat.
Merry
The school brings in a voice teacher to help Santas use, but not
What does
lose,
this guy
their
know about
voices.
Santa's voice?
They're at it several hours a
Ooh,
day
not even a white
from,
beard.
Thanksgiving
Ooh.
until New Year's. I'd also say too, like softer is not necessarily
Let me get
better.
some Michael.
Whispering can actually take that vocal fuel even more quickly than talking in certain situations.
And when it comes to singing,
So there's a C. Here we go. Using a pitch pipe is going to help ensure consistency.
So much
If you
Christmas
sing
spirit in that
something
room.
in the same key a million times, eventually your brain will just hear it that way.
Santa Claus is coming.
It's like the jolliest cult of all time.
Santas also learn a variety of words and phrases in American Sign Language.
And you take that pointer finger and put it under your nose and wiggle. This is kids.
Last year, a young girl came with her family that had special needs. She really couldn't talk. She kind of stood away. She wasn't really comfortable coming close to me. And I asked her dad, I said, does she sign? And he says, yeah, she does. So I did Merry Christmas to her and sign, and she came right
That's
up
so
to me.
sweet. That's actually
she
just
sat
so
on
sweet.
my knee, and he took pictures, and everything was great.
Take the letter P and touch your middle finger to your chin. Pink.
If Santa can sign with them, wow, that is like the top for them. They're so excited. They need to know that Santa loves them too.
Well, they should learn every language. Imagine if every Santa Claus could speak every language.
Once students master Santa's look and sound, it's time to put it all into practice and become Santa.
What have you been doing with all them Legos I've been bringing you each year, huh?
He makes sense.
He makes stuff out of.
A professional Santa
Wait.
must be skilled in improvisation.
Wait, where'd they catch Santa at here? Is this at a diner? Hey, Santa! You keep bringing me the fucking stupid Star Wars set. You son of a... Put your pie down. We need to have a talk. That's a Hooters.
Professional Santa must be skilled in improvisation.
Things can go wrong. Your hat can fall off. Your mustache could fall off. Your beard could get...
And they have to put you down.
Peppermint sticks, am I happy to see you guys?
Every year, a local kindergarten class visits the Santa School, and students can observe how to answer kids' questions.
Because you never know what the little ones are going to ask.
How did you make that out?
They can't reproduce like puppies.
We tell the kids is in the teachers.
Kind of dumb question. How did I make the elves? I'm not their dad.
Santa reunion.
I hired
So
them
that's what the
for
little
cheap.
ones think.
Treat them like Amazon workers.
It was
We import them. What do you mean?
22 years ago when the elves moved up there.
Some of these guys, they get some good ideas and really build that confidence. Okay, this is the character I'm playing. These are the things that Santa says.
What kind of dumb questions are these from these kids? Why not ask me how I got the rights to give you Legos without getting sued by Lego? Why doesn't anyone ask Santa that?
After
Fucking
graduating,
idiot
the Santas
kids.
move on to their upcoming gigs. They might be booked by photographers for photo sessions,
My work with the photographer starts on Friday after next week.
or be mall Santas.
And then about the middle of November, I am sitting in the seat at a mall back in Philadelphia.
The average rate for a professional Santa is roughly $150 an hour
Oh,
in the United States.
That's pretty good.
With mall Santas on the low end of that scale,
Oh.
averaging at $30 an hour.
Damn.
I do it because I just love it. I believe the kids need to have a little joy in their life, especially now.
To me, it's just a great privilege. Again, it's a
I mean, yeah, it's
privilege
super
to be
sweet.
Santa. It's not a job.
I think that's super wholesome. I really do. It's so nice. Why don't they teach you this in school? What, how to be Santa? What the fuck are you talking about? What? Let me give some Michael. The Gamer movie is a strange mess. Is that the one with Gerard Butler? Thought so. Oh, wait, yeah. Yeah. Forgot the Dexter guy's the villain. I still need to watch that. I want to. Thanks to Resub Retribution. They give Sub Heaven Sword. I only make 16 an hour. Well, get fatter and grow a white beard. Then go to the Charles, whatever, School for Santa Claus. See how that goes. The Downfall of the Word Gamer. That's a cool title, I'm not gonna lie, I like that. Let's see.
Gamer. A word that was once simply used to describe somebody that plays games.
The fuck you say to me, you little shit?
But over time, this word has transcended all meaning, becoming washed up, overused, and frankly, painful whenever it comes in contact with your ears.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Gamer.
The word gamer has become a sad parody of itself, becoming a meme in its own right, and a word that is almost always said ironically, and is frequently mocked online. Although, it is safe to say that when the word gamer isn't said ironically, you can almost always assure yourself that it will be coming from somebody that is either over the age of 40 or knows nothing about games.
True.
Or both.
He said it's called the Orange Justice. Do you know that? Yeah.
Ellen!
It's from a video game called Fortnite, and I know all those words, but I had no idea what I was talking about.
The word has become the
Is it just a
go-to
Rackham?
staple word
Again?
to try and appeal to the kids, with corporate businessmen plastering it all over tat, paraphernalia, and God forbid, clothing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I play games. I mean, I've played the shit out of some games, so I guess, by definition, I would be a gamer.
What an absolute disgusting fucking virgin cockboard retard.
But the word gamer no longer just means somebody that enjoys playing games. At this point, hearing the word gamer creates the image of somebody that looks like this, or this. A perfect skull from constant headphone use, and skinless fingertips from constantly spamming the WAS and D keys as hard as possible, over and over again.
I still think this was one of the better, hold on. God damn it. Where's the full picture of the guy? I don't remember what publication did it, but they ran... God damn, I don't know why I can't find it. They ran like some simulations and said this is what gamers will look like in 20 years or some shit.
From constant headphone use and skinless fingertips from constantly spamming the WAS and D keys as hard as possible over and over again. And what makes it even worse is people embrace this gamer culture, choosing to identify as a gamer.
My name is
Goddamn
Butch,
right.
and I'm an American patriot. See that flag? I would die for that flag.
You know what I'm talking about. The types of people that sit on r/gaming for 8 hours a day, posting epically funny gamer memes, with their Reddit karma being more vital to them than oxygen.
What was that? Did you just say you get your news from CNN? Pfft, bruh, I get my news from Reddit. You should educate yourself a little bit. Putin 2020, suka bliet. My name's Jeff. Nugget biscuit, nugget and a biscuit, nugget biscuit.
You know, the type of people
Wow,
that when
that
asked
was-
if they've been outside recently will respond,
That was a lot to
outside.
take in.
I've never seen that.
Obviously
game.
done
But the
ironically,
graphics
but
good.
Jesus
XD
Christ.
Ruffle lol. Now, as a gamer, there is nothing better than sharing some ultra-relatable gamer moments with your fellow gamer pals. And this channel, Axite, is the hub of relatable gamer moments.
Really?
With over
Can I see one?
100 uploads, each equipped
Maybe
with
give
a
some again,
thumbnail
Rackham.
art style reminiscent of the ancient works of Daniel Keem. Probably around 90% of these uploads contain the word gamer in the title, offering such relatable gamer moments as when a gamer joins gaming school, when a gamer challenges coronavirus zombies, when a gamer's dad is friends with Mr. Beast.
Hold on, I'm sorry. This guy's content sounds fucking lit. When a gamer joins gaming school, huh? This was a great advertisement for this guy's channel. Let's take a peek. Oh man, what the fuck is that about? Come on, YouTube. Hey, game night university, baby. Yeah. Ooh. Hey, that's a pretty good deal. Man, I can't believe this was uploaded in 2020. You don't need your mom's permission to game, kid. Go to the university. Fuck her. This is amazing. Gamers going to gaming school. Well, gaming school is very far away. They're doing their best to pad time here. And I respect that. Good for them. Thanks for resub Selnor. Is this normal university? Oh no, this must be game night. Be careful! You'll have to beat a Dark Souls boss to open that door. Man, who makes this? If everyone's mom gets convinced so easily, there'll be more gaming schools than normal school. Makes the resub Delta Zero. Oh, thank you for the 10 gift subs, Dinero. Appreciate the generosity, man. Thank you. How does this end? Paradise! Let's go! The gamers joined gaming school! Oh shit! He sucks. Why even make this? What if EA owns the internet? When a gamer's PC starts talking. Oh my god. When a gamer becomes an online teacher. What if Dream owned Among Us? Holy shit. What if Roblox was a subject in school? What if Dream was your school teacher? This is amazing. This is that good shit. Oh. Man, kids these days have it great. You get to watch amazing stuff like this. What happens when a gamer's PC starts talking? Exit Prime Beast Gamer. Alright, I'll watch that on my own. I'll have some fun just enjoying some good content.
And of course, when a gamer's mum is kidnapped by the aliens. I mean, what does this even mean? And I haven't just cherry-picked these titles either. All of his videos...
We are here to take your mom. Oh, shit. This guy's a genius! Fuck!
videos are equally as bizarre. As you can tell from his titles alone, it seems that Akzai provides a complex and sophisticated commentary on today's pop culture. But what is much worse than gamers relating with each other is gamers debating with each other. And we have the Jubilee channel to thank for that, with possibly their greatest upload to date, 5 gamers versus 1 fake gamer.
We brought together 6 gamers.
I'm a gamer.
And I'm a gamer.
And I'm a gamer.
I am a gamer.
I am a gamer.
Hey, Vsauce! Michael here. Action and danger.
I mean, there's nothing better than watching 6 people try to argue which one of them is more of a gamer. And I mean, these 6 people have an interesting
I
take
love
on
gaming
as a whole.
debates.
Let's see pose like circles. Let's. No, I don't want you to pull.
See, I see,
No,
like,
that's fine. Yeah, can you?
They also have this video, Do All Pro Gamers Think the Same? Where they basically just ask pro gamers questions and get them to stand in a line.
3, 2, 1, go.
And frankly, this is a bit of a pointless video, because I'm sure, as we all know, all pro gamers think off one big hive mind, and they all share the same thoughts. Now, yet another
Oh,
thing
that's
that has
going
sadly
too far.
evolved off the
What are
back
you
of the word
talking
gamer
about?
Is companies releasing gamer gear.
Gamer dudes and dudettes. When it comes to keeping your gaming gear at peak performance, the games people play to remove all those unsightly fingerprints and smudges that muck up your gear and impact your performance.
I haven't seen that
Which,
guy
if
in
you're
so
unaware,
long.
basically just translates to let's stick our shitty logo on a t-shirt. It seems that a lot of gaming related companies come out with this gamer gear, but by far the biggest culprit of this is Razer. Coming out with whatever the hell this is. I mean,
It's a
what
shirt.
is this Razer? The Razer Stealth Tee?
That's
There's
cool.
nothing stealthy about this. I
What?
mean, I don't know why companies think that putting black text on a black t-shirt is stealthy in any way. The only thing you're hiding is your ability to socialise with the outside world. You could have at least ironed the fucking t-shirt before you put it on the website, Razer. This looks like it has literally been ripped straight off the back of somebody that has just streamed a 24-hour-long Twitch stream playing Dark Souls non-stop.
I thought it looked great. It's a pretty cool shirt.
Alright,
It just
bye-bye,
says
guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Razer.
Just put that shit straight up on the website, soaked with gamer grease and sweat from a 24-hour-long binge of Dark Souls.
So, needless to say, the word gamer is alive and well. That just reinvigorated my love for the word. Thanks to Resub Fisto and the Prime Con. I just keep thinking of cool gamer titles. When the gamer's mom gets taken by the aliens is a banger. That's fucking awesome. Thanks to Resub Roman. Thanks to Tier 1 Richard. Jim Kana. Okay. What the fuck is this? Wild in the Streets of Los Angeles. 56 million views. Here's the Prime Tobinai. Car guys, I love cars. Big fan, big fan. What's the dream car? I don't know, anything Dominic Toretto ever drove. Wanna feel like family. I'm just getting an ad. What is this? This feels like an ad. That's pretty cool. Exit Tier 1 Gundam. Oh, he hit it! Boo! You ruined his hot dog stand. Man, fuck you. That was a cool turn. Good drift. That was cool. Not really a car guy though. But yeah, I can appreciate the work that went into that. It looks nice. Why do you keep recommending the Smiling Man? We've already seen it. Like a long time ago. It's not very good. Oh wait. This is different. We saw this one. Is it this one you wanted me to see? There's a prime bacon. This one? This looks like this man's covered in chalk. He's not even smiling either. He looks unhappy.